gamers. My name is 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 and today, we are learning about the dead internet theory. Yeah. You've probably heard about it. You've probably seen it around, especially on Twitter/X lately. I know I have. I know. I feel like I saw it a little bit a couple years ago, right? Maybe like I feel like I really started to see it pop up like last year. And then as time goes on and the internet becomes more and more flooded with bots on every platform and more filled with AI generated content. I don't know, maybe it's not popping up more, maybe it just like never really went away and I'm just like noticing it more now because everything feels more broken now. But yeah. Are we even real? Are we even real, chat? Chat, is this real? AI brought it out? Maybe. 2010, thank you, 3 years, 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, thanks for being my Yoshi. Thank you! Jesus, 3 years. 3 years. What's with this BGM? We're doing something spooky, so we need spooky music. Best manager, thank you. Hey Pippa, congrats on 100k subs. Have you thought about what you want your first alternate outfit to be? But this is my alternate outfit. This isn't my normal outfit. This is my alt outfit. I'm 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭. Mandalore of Darkness, thank you. I know I'm not real. Dun dun dun. Chris P, thank you. How can the internet be real if our eyes aren't real? James, thank you. So here's the OG post from 2019. Stinky Silas, thank you. Of course we are real. My binary code says so. WV Wildman, thank you. Hello. Wait, hold on. Wrong button. Hello. I would like to talk, or rather, tell you about certain suspicions, hunches, and experiences I've had, and I'm sure some of you as well. Similar themes have been written about across image boards quite a few times, so I know I'm not alone in this. My background is that of an old beep. I've seen it all. I started going on 4chan in 2006 and followed all the natural roads this implies. I'm in my 30s and I remember when 4chan had a L board, when 𝐒𝐿 was a trial board shunned by basically everyone. When Number 34 was an obscure interest with very few good artists, and when Moot changed the front page to that Web 2.0 bullshit. 4chan has to this very day. I was also among the first right-wingers who were such before it was cool, and I've seen Pole rise and fall. I was there when it mattered, but rather than saying these things out of masturbatory pleasure, I wish to stress that I've acquired a set of observational skills which other genuine old beeps share. I'm aware you have no reason to trust my credentials. You know, that being having browsed 4chan for a very long time. But I hope you'll read this in good faith. Much of this falls squarely in the fringe territory with a healthy dosage of X and conspiracy theory up the ass. My goal by posting this seemingly jumbled mess is to... how can I put it? I want you to think. I want you to be aware, to digest all this. Because on a basic level, I love you all. I feel like we're all in this together. This dangerous game we did not choose to play and which I think is kicking into high gear. I do not hold many answers and I don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. But I am aware there is a puzzle. Please feel free to go wild with all of this. Post it wherever you want, on whatever site you want or use. I am a nobody like you, and what matters to me is only that this reaches you and as many people as possible. At worst, you'll be entertained or kill time. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Yeah, mucho texto. I tried to break this mess into points for brevity, and because I touch upon many subjects, I imply more than I explain, because if I go too deep into this, it'll turn into an even bigger wall of text. The internet feels empty and devoid of people. Hi, Bob. Not Bob. Beppo. Thank you for becoming Big PP. Sorry, reading the name Bob during this seems silly. This OP glows. It is also devoid of content. Compared to the internet of, say, 2007 and beyond, the internet today is entirely sterile. There is nowhere to go and nothing to do, see, read, or experience anymore. It all imploded into a handful of normal friend sites and these empty husks we inhabit. Yes, the internet may seem gigantic, but it's also like a hot air balloon with nothing inside. Some of this is absolutely the fault of corporations and government entities. However, that doesn't explain the following. Point. I used to be in perpetual contact with a solid number of people across multiple sites. Across the years, each and every one of them vanished without a trace. None of them were into poll stuff or anything even remotely questionable or controversial. Yet, they all simply vanished in a puff of smoke. No matter the site, no matter the communication platform, there was no goodbye or explanation. Last seen online, 2+ years ago. I've seen the same threads, the same pics, and the same replies were posted over and over across the years to the point of seeing it as unremarkable. Simply put, thread A would be posted in, say, 2015 and would get its share of replies or pics on, say, CO or A. Then that same very thread with the same text, pics, and replies would appear in 2016 and beyond. This often happens in the same year multiple times as well. Of course, poll is getting shilled and bot posted to death, but why recycle a simple but why recycle a completely innocent A thread? Who is doing this and why? Stuff like this won't be noticed by your average poster perhaps, but I and other old friends will inevitably notice it. I think I saw the same thing happen on other non-image board sites, but I can't vouch for it as strongly as the above because of the time I spend there. Not much. What I do vouch for is the news. I've seen news about this or that new and unusual or shocking event year after year after year, but it's the same goddamn event, usually moons or asteroids. Roughly in 2016 or early 2017, 4chan was filled with posts by someone or something. It wasn't spam. The conversations with it were in real time, across multiple boards and multiple threads simultaneously. Its English was grammatically correct, but odd. I'm not a native English speaker, and am thus sensitive to its misuse. Similar to how a Japanese person may use it. Wait, did they say... what? Okay, whatever. A sense of childlike curiosity and a childlike intellect emanated from these posts. It posed a lot of questions, usually as if trying to understand the emotions of the posters it was talking to. Bait. It was just posting bait, question mark. As if unfamiliar with human emotions. Why are you mad, OP? Communicating with this poster was an odd experience. I could sense something was off, but not malicious. Yet why you mad? I'm absolutely certain this was an AI of some sort. This poster was active only for about a week, and as far as I know, nobody has ever mentioned or noticed this anon. Its replies were always on topic, but the above-mentioned childishness clashed with the apparent knowledge it possessed. It was the knowledge of an adult person, so it wasn't a kid or something of the sort. Raptor Jesus, who went extinct for our sins. First, it was this reptilian messiah, then foul bachelor frog, and then Pepe. Am I the only one who sees a clear evolution? A link? It's as if this meme or entity, or whatever the fuck was on 4chan since day one, has grown within it from the tiniest seed. Yet, Raptor Jesus was fully just a joke. There was nothing serious or mystical about it. Reminder, I was there. Remember that TED guy with the right-wing talk show? CCA prior to 2010, whom 4chan ruined for the lulz. Remember Anonymous versus Scientology? Remember that fake bomb threat exploding exploding yellow van? Compare that with Compare that with what Anon did through... I can speak English, I swear. I know I brought one in. ASMR, ASMR, ASMR. 4chan, conspiracy, green text. Well, it's not a green text, but you know what I mean. Delicious. Fake post. Buzzword. Compare that with what Anon did through Poll and the terrorist accusations thrown at Anon today, as well as the reasons why 8chan was taken down. I think there were reasons. Why does this too feel as if we were all trained, groomed, led towards where we are now? Why and how did Moot so utterly vanish into Google Inc. as an employee with very vague descriptions of what he actually does? On that note, do you remember the other Moot who is often posted for the lulz? The one with the glasses who so often ran away with donations into Mexico? I do. Maybe that was the real Moot. The real guy who used his mom's credit card and was killed by someone, an imposter we know as Moot took his place. Innocent sexual perversion and the horrible reality it spawned. Anon is a pervert and always was one. I am into lolly and feet, for instance. Why is it that real life and the real world seem to emulate our sexual interests with a time lag? I wish to be the little succubus became an actual thing that actually happens. Pedo activism is also gradually becoming accepted, as is virtually every fetish that was once either a joke or a fantasy of Anon's. As said, I am a foot friend. When I became aware of it, few others were with me. Now it's as common as can be, with gigantic number of people who are into it, with huge mountains of hentai and Rule 34 with it, etc. Why does the real world bend over backwards to accommodate our weirdest fetishes? It's as if everything is going, look, I created this for you. I made it real. In an effort to keep us within this world, the results of this are devastating to society, to people, to civilization. Simply put, beep are a thing because Anon fapped to dojins of cute boys in dresses. Once it was an impossible fantasy, not to be taken too lightly. Now it's grim reality. Again, it's as if the real world is using image boards as a template on what to do. Algorithm fiction. Do you like cape shit, Anon? How about other Hollywood stuff? Music, perhaps. Have you noticed how sterile fiction has become? How it caters to the lowest common denominator and follows the same template over and over again? How music is just auto-tuned and the writer's strike never ended. Algorithms and computer programs are manufacturing modern fiction. No human is behind these things. This is why anime looms so large. Even a simple moe anime has heart because there are actual people behind it. Where was I? Thank you for the raid, Tio! We all intuitively feel this. The internet on your smartphone is not the same internet as your PC. Try it out for yourself. Go to a popular website with a lot of traffic. 4chan, FaceShit, Plebbit, any site with a massive user base and fast content will do. Spend a few days randomly checking it on your PC and your phone. You will soon notice that from time to time, at regular intervals as far as I've witnessed, the same site as seen on your phone will be wholly different than the version on your PC. Entire threads, numerous and well-replied, will be on one but not the other. The whole board will be different. My last suspicion is easier to take in. I have a feeling we're in a strange kind of civil war. An internal one. I think Zuckerberg and other tech guys were all on 4chan as Anons at some point. Maybe even now. They drew from the same well as us, but went in their own direction. Thank you for your time. Feel free to insult me if you want. Old comrades never die. They just grow thick skins. Chat? Your thoughts? It's good that he pointed out he has a foot fetish. Denied, thank you. I was the original foot friend. You are all fakes. It's really good that he pointed that out. I feel like I wouldn't have taken his post seriously if he didn't confess to being into loli in feet. Icky, thank you. So, was that Matrix Theory or Anti-Annihilator? Thank you. Because I heard Zuckerberg, I must say, I am the Lizard King. I can do anything. He's kind of right, kind of wrong. That was an important part of building his character. It was. I don't see his point with stuff being different from PC to mobile. I don't see a difference between the two, personally. I feel like Anon... I feel like OP maybe doesn't spend enough time browsing other websites. Because I promise you, like, if you spend enough time scrolling, like, you will get back to the posts you were originally shown if they're popular enough. But, like, one thing is if you're on the PC, right, and you look at stuff, your algorithm's gonna recommend you stuff, and then when you go on your phone, it's gonna, like, refresh, right? Because it's a new instance, and it's gonna show you new stuff. And the stuff that you scrolled past without really looking at is not gonna pop up on your timeline again as much. But stuff that you do interact with will show up more. Right? At least on, like, Twitter and Facebook. Ultima Drago, thank you. He's into loli and feet. He's among us right now. Nuanimon, thank you. The only difference is the format of the website. Yeah. He doesn't realize people disappearing is a natural phenomenon. That's another thing, right? Is, like... your friends disappearing is not abnormal. Right? Like, people just stop logging into stuff. Especially if you're using the same stuff for long enough, right? The possibly insane thing, here's the $30 so that you can buy the what the fuck is a kilometer shirt? Hell yeah. It's like... yeah, people move on. They do. Last online 10 years ago. Yeah, it's like... oh god, the scrolling. Should I not scroll in this chat? Is that distracting? The Hylian Juggalo, thank you. It's more truthful than people realize. Lots of gear holding up the internet is end of life. Finding troubleshooting material for them is hard with the way search engines don't work. This will lead to a horrible failure. Danny Dan, thank you. Hi, Pippa. Hello, hello. Why you have? Thank you. RJ, thank you. Had to leave being a firefighter 4 months ago and want to go back. Can you, with good luck and pray for me? Oh, wish me good luck and pray for me, Pippa. Good luck, RJ! Good luck, good luck, good luck! I have accounts that I haven't used in several years. Yeah, it's like Discord and Skype, right? If you're still using Skype, of course your friends are not going to have logged in a long time. They moved on to a different platform. If you're playing a game that peaked in 2018, right? Well, the average, like, lifespan for games, even, like, online ones, it's like it's like 2 years, right? For most people, if they even bother for that long. A lot of people don't bother for that long. I'm not a bot! Thank you, Lemon. I miss MSN. I stopped playing lots of games. Yeah, it's really not surprising to me, I guess. MCAT, thank you. My friends disappear every time I take my meds. And especially if you, like, stick to a lot of older internet stuff, right? So say, like, even with games, say you're still playing, like, Mabinogi. All right, Mabinogi is a lot older of an MMO compared to most, right? And it's still like hanging in there, right? But it's going to be a much more dead game than something that like recently launched. Like that's just how most things go, you know? Like people leave, new people come in, they hang out for a while. It's pretty rare people stick to one thing for like a really long time. You're not thank you. I'm going to be the last man standing on MIRC. Objectively, we headed for full lockdown on operating systems and the internet, and there isn't really much we can do. It didn't seem like this guy experienced the rest of the internet while it normified. Mabinogi got confusing, so I stuck with Maple instead. But yeah. So that's the original post about it. I also have the Wikipedia article up. I have the Know Your Meme page up. And then I have this video up. I did not watch all of 𝐂𝐚𝐭 video, but this is what made me want to talk about it. Because I have been seeing it. I have been seeing it fucking everywhere lately. And I do actually believe there's there's legitimacy to it a bit. Jack Manson, thank you. Daily reminder, Christ is king. Like, most articles are probably edited ChatGPT at this point. I believe so. I think a lot of content that gets pumped out now is automated. I think that that's just like the economical thing to do, right? So a lot of the stuff you see is just like content farms. It's not like really custom made content or anything. It's just pumped out by AI. Stuff like articles and a lot of I think like a lot of posts on like Twitter and stuff, or X, are they're bots, right? It's just made the pump out responses. It's made to inflate the numbers so that way things sell better to advertisers and sell better just to people in general, right? Like, it looks better if more people are interacting. Matthew Atkinson, thank you. That post was a bit off and seemed like a lot of coping with how AstroTurf stuff is getting. I could see AI/bots part being true soon though. All the bots. Same with like YouTube. YouTube is getting flooded with chat bots, and it's always had them, but it's getting even worse. It's getting even worse. Everything is getting worse, and it's in my opinion to appeal to advertisers. Noticeably worse, indeed. I don't know where like the real people are going, but I want to say real people are just not engaging in the same way that they used to, and that's why it feels different. You know, that's why like social media feels empty. I don't think as many people are posting on like Twitter and stuff anymore, or posting as much on like Facebook, because I think most people are off on like TikTok and stuff. They're replying in the comments of stuff like that. They're not on like these other platforms as much anymore. They've moved on to newer things. Skeptical Panda, thank you. Botting ad/views, the great grift. There's a lot of bots also on TikTok. I believe it. Or in private discords. Yeah, that too. I think you're super onto something there. Stuff like Discord, right? Think about how before, in order to engage with like new updates about a game that you like, you used to have to go onto like Twitter or Facebook or the official posts on the game's website to leave comments and stuff, right? Now, you don't have to do that. You have a Discord account and you're probably in that game's Discord, and you can just like talk about it in that Discord. I think that makes a lot of sense. Kobe, thank you. Pippa, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I saw what you posted on Twitter. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, Discord was a disaster for internet communities? I don't know if it was a disaster. I think it just made them different. That's the thank you. I mean, look at Twitter, 70% bots, 15% CIA, 10% corpo accounts, only 5% are actual people. I believe that. It was a disaster? I don't know. I don't know. I do prefer, like, being able to just leave a comment on something and it not be part of, like, a conversation, right? But it's not like... For me, it's not like that went away, right? Because I can still do that. I like... I don't know. I don't know. It's still there. It's just not as populated anymore. Is there a better alternative to Discord? I have no idea. Forum culture was the best. I do like forum culture. There are some things that forum culture is better for than Discord, but there's some things that Discord is better for than forum culture. In my opinion. I think the quality of conversations are a lot worse on Discord than on forums. Depending on the forum, right? I think any forum that has like a like and dislike function or any sort of karma is going to be worse than Discord. Generally. I guess it depends. It all depends, right? But the problem with Discord is it's instant conversation, right? So people don't take as much time formulating a post. They just respond to stuff. And a lot of Discords have like really weird arbitrary rules about stuff you can and cannot talk about. Just depending on like the community, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Even without a scoring system, people will clout with their post count. That is true. I used to fucking hate that. When you would go on a forum and then there's this one jackass, like the average post number for the forum, right, will be like a couple hundred. And this one motherfucker comes along with like 12,000 and you're sitting here like, bro, how are you doing this? How do you... I do not understand how you can have these many posts. And then you go to their profile and they're responding to literally everything. And to be fair, these people do generally have a little bit more to say than the people who have like less than 10 posts and just come onto the forum and want to feel like they're part of the community, so they just type something. Right? Like those people with like zero, we'll say like 0 to 25 posts, right? Those are the people where they'll come in and they'll be like, I don't know. I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. Right? The people with like 12,000 posts or 20,000 posts or whatever, it's mostly word salad, but at least they are like typing more stuff generally. They understand like the culture of the forum, so they can blend in a bit more easily, I guess. But yeah, the music is kind of like throwing me off. I'm gonna pause that. And let's take a look at this Dead Internet Theory video.
The internet is dead and we are the killers. Truth doesn't really exist online anymore. Bots have swamped social media with misinformation, and the web pages we surf today are almost entirely generated by AI. Even YouTube is flooded with channels completely run by AI with zero creative input from...
There are so many of these. I remember one fucking person popped in to chat, and the Sci Media, they popped in, and I was like, "Are you like a real science channel or like a content farm, like an AI generated content farm channel?" Because you don't know. There's so many of them, and they're just getting better and better.
Humans. Every single day, less and less of the content we consume is created by humans. And what's even worse is that all of it is being recycled back into a system that we have very little control over, leaving the internet a shell of what it once was. Scrolling through social media has become an isolated, empty, and fruitless activity. But how exactly did we get here, and is it too late to revive it? The internet started as a weapon of war, not an explicit military.
TTS is an instant red flag. It's not even like TTS is that used anymore, right? It, like, a lot of stuff, it used to be like r/posts, right? And they would be like TTS reading off Reddit posts and stuff, right? But now it's like regular human voices that you can't really tell. You can't really tell if they're a person or not unless like you sit there and listen for a little bit, right? And even then, it can still be, you can tell easily. I disagree. It's much harder to tell. I think it is harder to tell. I think it's getting even more difficult to tell. There are some of them where, like, I don't even think about it because like a lot of older YouTube channels used to just sit and read in like very monotone voices, right? Like that's what this guy is doing. He's reading in just kind of a monotone voice. Or they'd have like this just ongoing specific cadence to their voice, right? With little variation, not monotone, like kind of like dead sounding, but like, hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about this thing that's going on. Anyways, that's the bulk of it. I'll see you guys next time. Right? You know, it's like they're speaking like Daily Dose, exactly like Daily Dose of internet and stuff. You know, it's like there's not like a lot of reaction or anything. The YouTuber voice. Yeah, it's just the YouTuber voice. So now you listen to these AIs that are like trained on it and it's like, is this a person or not? And you'll scroll through the comments. And there have been times where I didn't realize that it was an AI. And I'm looking at the comments and somebody's like, what? Well, is this the voice from this game? And I'm like, what? There was one video that I was watching that I didn't realize it was an AI voice until somebody in the comments pointed out that it was an AI voice ripped from some specific game character I can't remember the name of. Jeremy Christopher, thank you. That night was dark, the road was new, down through an alley, a shit truck flew, a bump was hit, and a scream was heard, a man was hit by a flying turd bot. Video essay is the voice? Kinda, yeah. Spider-God, thank you. You can tell when the short tries to summarize a movie clip or animated short and gives the characters random white names or mentions 1,000 years out of nowhere. I have not seen that. Proof Korean, thank you. There's also now the creepy AI-generated person lip-sync to text-to-speech. Those videos. Yeah, I've seen those too. Those are weird. You can obviously tell that they're AI, right? But those are so fucked up. Those are so fucked up. Hold on. Let me grab one. Let me grab one of those, chat. Those are they're more just like uncanny. Hold on. TTS lip sync TikToks. They're so cursed. Wait, how do you find these? TTS AI person? Storytime TikToks? Chat, how do I find these again? They're like the shorts and stuff where they're like, I was the poorest person in my class. This is how I got revenge. When I was 13, I went to school. It was a public school, and I was very poor. I had only 3 pens in my pocket, and my mother would not allow me to buy more. So I decided to kill my mother. Luminous Tales? Is that what they are? Galvanized Tale. I like those. Is it Luminous Tales? Yeah! Oh my god, they're so weird. They're so weird, chat. Hold on. These are so fucking weird.
I ate my dog's explosive diarrhea shit thinking it was curry. I am Joe Bartolozzi. It was a sunny day and I was super hungry. My mommy cooked up curry with naan bread.
Like, what are these? Why? How do they make these? How do they fucking make these, chat? Saga, thank you. Look up AI generated commercials is an easy way to find what you're looking for. Are these commercials? Do people use these for commercials? I have ad blocks, so I like never see them. Ash Kayuni, thank you. Are you an AI bot too, Pippa? It's okay if it's true. You'll still be my robot Oshi. Someday I will be.
It was lunchtime and my stomach was aching badly. I went downstairs to get a plate of curry. As I walked down to the kitchen, I saw brown liquid all over the countertops. I knew it would be bad to waste food. So I started
I made an explosive shit bomb in KFC and then got kicked out.
Why do they
My
make
name is
these?
Nikisha.
And how
One
do
sunny
they
day,
make
I was
them?
craving some KFC chicken legs. It was
Why do
lunchtime
they
and I
make
was super hungry.
them? Also, why are they racist? Magdala's Rexing you. My boomer mom was completely brain rotted on AI slot. Jesus Christ. They get really, really bad. They get so bad, chat. Kobe, thank you. There's a guy making a fanfiction video series for Ace Combat 7 using AI voices, and honestly, it's well done, especially given the nicheness of the subject, a specific game fanfiction, I mean.
War, but a technological
Anyways,
battle during the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. This pushed American researchers to develop a way of sharing data and programs through a global dispersed network beginning in the early 1960s. The earliest version of the internet created between two universities, the University of California and Stanford. Simple messages could be communicated between them, but it was nothing like what we have today.
somebody said it's just somebody's fetish, and honestly, I could believe that. I don't think it's a fetish. I think it's like, it's just a content farm, and they're trying to appeal to like children and stuff. But my spooky, thank you, reminds me of the voice from Xavier Renegade Angel. Pain Monger, thank you. Hey, aren't you Pippa? Yeah, Tangent Train, thank you. They tried to delete Tate. She took her racism to the bots of the world. Bad banner.
Throughout the 1970s, though, that network continued spreading via the use of phone lines. In 1983, there were only 500 computer hosts
They're
connected.
integrating into character
Within
AI.
5 years, that reached 100,000, rolling out to increasingly more countries. Then, everything changed with the creation of the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web was a simple concept. It was a network of hypertext documents accessed with a program called a browser. By the mid-1990s, it had moved from scientists and governments
No,
into the realm
Azahara.
of public consumption. The birth of the internet was celebrated as a revolutionary force. With the free transfer and democracy of information, power could be put back in the hands of the people. The borders of regulation and nationalism would be transcended, creating a new age of society. You no longer
You mom gay, thank you. Is there even a search engine where you can find any new and obscure website? I don't think you can find new obscure websites, but you can add like search parameters to your Google searches and stuff. But yeah, every search engine is fucking broken, dude. Yeah, thank you. I can finally digitally recreate my Pippa. Anti-Annihilator, thank you. Is this the second renaissance? Okay, thank you, Pippa. Did you know that you can access a website that shows Osama bin Laden's entire computer hard drive from 2011? There are cat videos, anime, and internet memes in the files. I will have to check that out.
needed a media or a political platform to air your views. Everyone could become their own publisher, something that wasn't possible before. There was only one problem: greed. As years turned to decades, the internet followed a familiar path, the same one almost every other important technological innovation did before and will keep doing. Dozens of internet service providers had emerged, but they slowly began merging into just a few big companies, leaving consumers with no real choice. Just like with radio a century earlier, thousands of different companies were slowly bought or priced out of the market. This was true for both the infrastructure and the web real estate. By 2001, when the dot-com bubble popped, the top 10 websites made up 31% of page views in the United States. And by 2006, that number climbed to 40% and then 75% in 2010.
It's all just like Google, MSN, shit like that. Cross-site, thank you. Happy birthday, Pippa. I guess, anyway. I don't, like... Maybe he's not, like, meaning this as, like, a bad thing. But to me, like, it doesn't sound like a bad thing. It seems like stuff just, like, got... Like, the good stuff rose to the top, you know? Like, this is natural, though. Everyone wants to be where everyone else is. I think it's just, like... It's an extremely bad thing. I think it's just, like... The good stuff floats to the top. The problem is that you can't find, like, the not as good stuff anymore, I guess. The more centralized stuff is, the easier it is to control things. That is a problem, yeah. Infinite, thank you. It's weird to imagine the Cold War technological arm race led to Pippa.
At the same time, iPhones and smart devices changed our relationship with the internet. Browsing the World Wide Web became less common as people shifted to semi-closed applications, and in 2010, these applications accounted for less than a quarter of internet traffic. Today, it's 90%. Keeping users inside the confines of applications made advertising more effective. Having created an entirely new ecosystem, Apple was on its way to becoming one of the biggest companies in the world thanks to this closed system. After the dot-com bubble popped, only 5 tech companies were able to survive and thrive: Google, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft.
Comfy chair, thank you. Monopolies made things boring. The old internet was peak schizo and fun. There's still schizo and fun stuff. It's just now it's also on these newer platforms rather than you having to go to different platforms to find it. Ajamada, thank you. Right, like back in the day, right? A lot of crazy shit would just be people making their own websites and then are making their own blogs on stuff. And then the only way for other people to find it is those crazy people like posting their links on other websites, or one person stumbling across it and then sharing it in group chats or on forums.
The big 5 are now virtually impossible to avoid on the internet, whether through advertising, e-commerce, or the cloud computing hosts that websites depend on. This tech dominance has permanently changed our society, and as these industry giants compete in a technological arms race for the next big weapon to sell consumers, that being artificial intelligence, the last vestiges of a utopian internet could be lost. Connection and truth. Nearly 5.5 billion people have access to the internet, and the average user spends 6 hours a day online. It's by far the world's biggest market, and unfortunately, the most valuable commodity in that market is your attention. Views, likes, and reviews are worth their weight in gold, and this has led to a huge shady marketplace for all kinds of engagement. Money has turned the internet into a tiered system, ripe for exploitation.
Arbak, thank you. On the plus side, AI has also allowed for 𝐿𝐷𝐿 to read me bedtime stories, but yeah, most of it's freaky.
Creating a successful channel or social media profile can be a lucrative long-term investment. With a few clicks and dollars, anyone can buy thousands of Spotify streams, Instagram likes, or YouTube views.
Yeah, but like people can tell. Trog, thank you, methinks. Right, like, yeah, people can buy this stuff, but like it's really obvious when people do, right? Like, I can think of, I like, I don't know, man. I guess like the average person probably doesn't think that hard about it. Zilla Master, thank you, but that's just a theory, a dead internet theory. I don't know.
How can companies offer these services? Well, employing thousands of people to click on posts manually would be far too expensive. Instead, they use bots, automated, unattended software. When set on a target, they artificially engage with the post, boost it in the rankings, and attract more attention. Websites do their best to scrub bots out, but it's almost impossible to remove them all. Over the last 6 years, Meta deactivated over 27 billion fake accounts. Some believe it's already too late to take action against bots. They think we may have reached a dark tipping point. First posted in 2019, the dead internet theory proposes that we're living in a dystopian ghost town populated by simulated actors. According to the theory, something changed around 2016. The internet had become so saturated by automated content that having a genuine human-to-human interaction was rare, if not impossible. Surfing the web was like driving.
This is like fun fan fiction, right? And it'd be a good book, right? Because, or a good like science fiction novel, because science fiction novel, because it's stuff that like we do have a genuine fear about, right? But I do think it's overblown massively. I think people are just on different, they're communicating in different ways now. They're not, I don't think people are using social media like how they used to, right? Like, do you remember with Instagram and Facebook, the big issues people would bring up about it? The internet is more fragmented. The big issues people would bring up about like Instagram and Facebook, right, is people were like looking at other people's lives and feeling self-conscious about their own lives. And I think stuff like that is what like killed people's desires to really use these platforms, right? I think most people now want to just engage with entertainment. They want to post and they want to share, right? And now the way to do that is stuff like TikTok, or posting videos of yourself, or posting pictures. I don't know. Still a lot of shallow people. Well, there's always going to be shallow people. I just don't think it's people. I don't think people are engaging the same way. Lucille, thank you. This is what a robot would say.
Alone and only passing automated vehicles on the road.
Boomers don't want to share. Yeah, like think about like the older people. Like maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like TikTok is the only like really populated social media anymore, right? And I think you can see that in the way people like in our culture interact with each other, at least in America, right? Like every older person knows what fucking the 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 girl is, right? And that's because it like spread massively on like TikTok. Even older people are using TikTok now. That's just what they do, and they respond in the comments to that, or they'll watch like live streams on that. They're not on Facebook as much anymore unless they're like selling stuff, or if they are selling stuff, they're not like engaging with it like socially. The what? It's like a boomer meme. Older people are, they're in their own niches now, right? Like because they're using stuff like TikTok more, or maybe they are still like on Facebook. I think it's kind of just like those two that people really use, other than like YouTube. So we'll say three. We'll say three like main platforms people seem to use nowadays, which is YouTube, TikTok. I don't really want to include Facebook in that. Because Facebook doesn't have that many people. But I guess it does. I don't know. But even then, right? All these platforms, what they have in common is they have algorithms that like push you further and further into like these niches. And the only like connecting overall factors are the things that are like mega viral, right? So people on Facebook, they're all united by like, they all see like the AI generated soldiers asking for people to wish them happy birthday, right? But aside from that, they're not getting like regular recommendations as much anymore. It's not like one big area people are interacting. It's people are breaking off into, okay, I use Facebook and I'm into crocheting, so I personally don't crochet, right? But say like I'm 82 and my name is Norma Jean and I'm into crocheting and selling shit on Facebook Marketplace, right? So Norma Jean is in her crochet groups. She's interacting with other people who are into crocheting. So that's all her fucking Facebook timeline is. And she doesn't need to go anywhere else. And if she does go somewhere else, it's because somebody in her Facebook crochet group recommended like Ravelry, which is like a crocheting website, right? When Norma Jean goes on TikTok, she's getting recommended stuff that like very creepily, right? Like your phone will like listen to you and stuff. And so like the phone like hears her talking about like crocheting, and she's got like her accounts connected. So she's like getting the ads for crocheting stuff. And then she's like seeing more crochet content on TikTok, and she likes that stuff, so she watches more of it. It's like everything's still there. It's just on a fewer amount of platforms. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of why we see like less like crazy people in our communities, because when we see somebody who's crazy, it's usually somebody who doesn't like understand like the culture of the website we're on, right? Or they're like super out of touch. Less. I think there's less platforms. There's less platforms now. And we see less, or, oh, you mean like less crazy people? I think we see less crazy people like Christian, right? We don't see as many Christians anymore. People want more Christians. But you don't see those because they're in like their own communities and stuff, right? They're in like different areas of the internet, and occasionally they'll like stumble into something that you're into. But there's plenty of them, and there's like I honestly believe that there are many more of them than there used to be. It's just they're in their own groups. Yeah, they're on Discord. They're in engaging with the things that their algorithm is recommending, which is different from the stuff that your algorithm is recommending you usually.
The theory's original poster admitted that it sounded conspiratorial, but they were certain of a feeling that something was distinctly lacking. There was an emptiness online that hadn't been there in the early 2000s. Images, conversations, and memes all began to resemble one another, while forms that were once exciting now felt sanitized. This was all supposedly all carefully curated to keep control of culture and political power, and most of all, to make sure that the general population stays in line.
I think like this is also a stretch. I don't think the internet was sanitized in order to like make people stupider. I think the internet was sanitized because advertisers don't like being associated with things that can hurt their image. Right? I'm generally pretty paranoid about things, but I think this is a stretch. I don't think the incentive for this is we gotta keep people in line. I think it's we want to make money, and we don't like we are a giant financial institution, and we want our advertisements to be placed next to things that make viewers associate our image with things that are in line with what our test groups, focus groups are saying are good things. And when our test groups, focus groups, or whatever don't like something, like they see an image of a naked woman next to a box of Cheerios, they will then think of the time that they saw Cheerios next to a naked woman, and that offended their good, sensible Christian interests or whatever, you know? It's about money, right? And it's not about like money on the scale of we must turn the people into sheep so we can milk them for money, right? Because the government's doing that, not like the advertisers. And there is like overlap between like these big advertisers and the government at times, right? But it's not like they're doing their own thing. They just want money, right? So that's why, in my opinion, the internet started to become more sanitized, is because like Facebook was like, all right, if we want people to keep actually, here's like a direct example with YouTube. All right, the YouTube back in, was it like 2016? I don't remember exactly. People were uploading like terrorist footage to YouTube, and people were informing advertisers that they were getting Pepsi advertisements or whatever the fuck on beheading videos. And advertisers were like, wait a minute, we don't want beheading content to be followed up by a fucking Coca-Cola ad or Pepsi ad or whatever the fuck. What I hit. So they started to pull out, right? It's not complicated. It's really not complicated, chat.
If not impossible. Surfing the web was like driving alone and only passing automated vehicles on the road. The theory's original poster admitted that it sounded conspiratorial, but they were certain of a feeling that something was distinctly lacking. There was an emptiness.
Thank you. They want power, people. Money is no longer the priority. Advertisers want money. Like, I don't know how this is shocking to anybody, all right? But like, these businesses that are trying to sell you Cheerios want you to buy Cheerios. They might want other stuff as well, but mostly they want to sell you Cheerios so people continue to invest in the company and their number charts keep going to the fucking moon.
online that hadn't been there in the early 2000s. Images, conversations, and memes all began to resemble one another, while forums that were once exciting now felt sanitized. This was all supposedly all carefully curated to keep control of culture and political power, and most of all, to make sure that the general population stays in line. The dead internet theory remained on the fringes until 2022, when a grand unveiling brought the issue of bots to global attention.
It's not that simple. I genuinely believe it is that simple, right? I think it gets more complicated than that as well. But at a baseline, right? Advertisers are needed in order to keep platforms afloat. If your advertisers don't want to advertise on your platform, you're not making any money. That's it. That's it. At like a baseline, right? You could also get into, okay, well, the Cheerios company has fucking exploded, right? Now they're like Google, and they're getting like investments from the fucking US government in order to like conduct psychological tests and stuff. Like, it does get to that at points, but like fundamentally, it's most platforms have to be sanitized in order for advertisers to be willing to sell on them.
2022, the world was introduced to ChatGPT. Built on a large language model that processes gigantic datasets and forms relationships between ideas, it is the most advanced form of artificial intelligence ever to exist. For decades, computers have been much more powerful than humans at specific tasks, like chess or mathematical calculation. The question that divided computer scientists and philosophers was whether or not computers could ever transition into a kind of general intelligence.
Wait, not sure if we've seen it, but there's Reddit posts being busted for having identical one-to-one replies 10 months apart. Reddit is empty husk, in my opinion. Redditors, please confirm. Hold on, I'll look into that as well. I'll look into that.
Mathematician Alan Turing asked this question in 1950. He developed the Turing test as a way to determine whether a machine was thinking. The test was simple. For a computer to pass, it has to fool a human into thinking they're talking with another human. Last year, ChatGPT 4 became one of the first to pass the Turing test. We had officially brought a machine to life.
What do you mean Pepsi doesn't like it when you get an ad on the ISIS
internet theory became not just a conspiracy, but a likely future. And if we can't distinguish between humans and AI anymore, who can we trust? Consider this. 49.6% of all internet traffic in 2023 came from bots. Even more daunting is that things are likely to get much worse. Now that search engines have started to integrate AI technology like ChatGPT into their services, the flaws have never been more clear. Tech giants are rushing products to
Chat, I think people are just moving over again into like very specific platforms, right? And then a lot of the internet is just outdated, right? Like, I think Twitter is just outdated. Most people would rather something like Discord, you know, where they can like talk to people in real time and have like a more direct feed to their interests. Stuff like TikTok, right? Where the algorithm has been so perfected. It's like, I'm not surprised like the bulk of the internet is bots. I think it's kind of the bulk of the internet is just remnants of a different time.
The market to compete with each other for supremacy. In the process, there have been some disastrous results.
If you want to join TikTok, just do it, but I don't like TikTok.
AI. Gemini told users that rocks are a source of vitamins. Astronauts who landed on the moon encountered cats. Backpacks are just as effective as parachutes when jumping out of a plane. These tech-fueled hallucinations come from them trying to piece together gigantic amounts of information that have been compressed. And they do this with an algorithm that identifies the important components and interpolates the missing pieces. Anything creative is usually generated using a composition.
You know how I would like compare it, right? Is, you know, like when a town is developing, right? So you have like the original parts of town where the old infrastructure and everything is not made to accommodate a whole bunch of people, right? Or like a some sort of resource is found and people move closer to that resource, right? Yeah, the old town and the new town. It's like a town. And imagine the people of the town are like, all right, it's going to be easier to just build new roads in a different area that's all like nicely organized and everything. Like the town is getting a grant from advertisers or the government or whatever, right? And they're building just new areas and people leave the old parts of town. And now imagine the people who have control over like the older parts of town are like, all right, let's put up some mannequins in the windows so people like, so the property cost doesn't go down. So that way we keep getting advertisers as well, right? That's how I view it.
Position or altered version of work that has already been created by humans. Artwork and music online are being used as training data for artificial intelligence, leading to many arguing.
They're playing bird sounds on the speakers, on little hidden rock speakers to disguise the fact that this old town is polluted by radioactive waste and all the birds are fucking dead. All right?
That workers are being exploited. Hundreds of artists backed by the nonprofit Artists' Rights Alliance have signed an open letter seeking to prevent AI from sabotaging and undermining artists. On top of that, these models don't know how to judge whether or not a source is trustworthy. Instead, they gravitate towards popular responses, which can range from reliable academic journals to a meme made by a 17-year-old to gain Reddit karma. One individual created a fake website designed purely to trap crawlers. These are automated programs commonly used by search engines to systematically download the contents of web pages. They realized that the GPT bot was collecting around 3 million pages from their sites every day. This was a small window into the quality of data that is being scraped by chatbot AIs and informing their responses, which isn't exactly a positive sign. What's even worse is that because so much of the internet is already generative AI, the next generation of AI will use content created by the previous generations as training datasets, and with each passing generation, the work these AI tools produce will continue to be less and less human. Search results will be filled with AI-generated content, and finding trustworthy sources will become even more difficult.
I think that is true, but I don't think trustworthy sources are going to go away. I think we're in like a transitional period, right? We're not used to like the bombardment of AI trash, right? And it's right now it's hard to find like good sources for things. It's hard to find websites that aren't polluted by bots. But like eventually we will adapt, right? It's going to take a little while for us to adapt, but I don't necessarily think that this is a bad thing, all right? Like, hear me out. Maybe I'm too much of an optimist. Maybe AI has no place in the internet. I believe that there is hope. I believe that just because things are changing does not mean that the change is bad, right? Maybe somebody will come along and develop, like, necessity is the mother of invention, right? So maybe people will come along and they'll invent something that's almost like parallel to the internet that doesn't have any sort of like AI scraping or like AI injections like that, right? Maybe we'll see a rise of a new format of some sort, right? So like books replaced scrolls, which replaced tablets, like stone tablets. You know what I mean? Internet too, yeah. Electric boogaloo. You know, like, that's basically going backwards. I don't know how that's going backwards. Because we don't know, like, what will come next, right? Just because it's different doesn't mean it's worse. I don't know. Activity pub? I don't know. You're not, thank you. Usually those innovations happen after wars. Well, perhaps we're having a war with technology. CPPC tech, thank you. Instead of a pop-up blocker, we need an AI blocker. I'm sure people will start to make that kind of thing as well, assuming it doesn't already exist. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Things are not ever going to go back to the way that they used to be, but that doesn't mean that the path forward is going to be worse, right?
The word robot was first used in a 1920 Czech science fiction play called Rossum's Universal Robot. It comes from the Czech word robota, which loosely translates to slave. This was a good description of mechanical robots used in production. They were simply tools like a hammer or a calculator. As robots moved into the digital world, though, the relationship between master and slave has been blurred. Online media is already largely controlled by artificial intelligence. Powerful automated programs determine whether content succeeds or fails. Advertisers pay millions for professionals to crack the code of mysterious algorithms. Because they're constantly changing, these programs essentially create a secretive inner functionality process not even known to those who design it.
Jim, thank you. Pippa, can you say, this is what the people want? They want to be part of the machine. It's in their white papers. You are the resistance.
Left at the mercy of pattern recognizing supercomputers, our behavior has been shaped around them. Social media sites have shifted from authentic social engagement to prioritizing consumption-driven models.
I'm not sure what kind of innovation can supersede the current paradigm. Chat, eventually somebody really smart will come along and they're gonna make things good, right? Because that's just like what happens, in my opinion, right? Is somebody comes along and usually steals an idea from somebody else and makes it better, right? Look at cars, chat. When cars came along, people were so fucking scared of cars. It was, but what about horses? What about the people that breed horses? You're taking away their jobs. Or look at like Mike Tyson's ass. Thank you for the dono. Sorry I haven't been around a lot lately. Just want to say I enjoy watching your streams. Thank you. Right? No, they weren't, Pippa. A minority of people were. Well, neither of us were there, so we only have hearsay, I guess, to go off of. We only have like articles and shit like that to go off of, and news articles, I guess, don't necessarily reflect the truth a lot of the time. But we have evidence that people were scared of cars. Binary Ghost, thank you. Nah, I'm not going to improve this at all. Hello, 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐿, thank you. Pippa, people are trying to make a parallel net. What do you think alts are? ISPs and search engines are actively trying to hide and shut them down. They won't leave us alone. Okay. And Dragonov, thank you. My cash is behind the creator of Cyberpunk. They're going to make a good computer to keep the others in check because the only one who can match them in processing power. Great, thank you. Fun fact, the video he mentioned a study about the safety of jumping out of planes without parachutes. This was a real study made to prove a point about reading studies. The plane was parked on the ground. Tom, when you look at the printing press and later copy machines, people were scared that automated elevators would take away elevator operator jobs, and they did. Max, thank you. We're going to make a better internet just for some company to buy it and destroy it. But that's what happens. Right? Is things get good and then they get worse and then they get really worse or badist, right? And then they get okay and then they get great again and then it gets bad again and then it gets really bad again. Oh God, it'll never be good ever again. And then it gets good again. Repticrook, thank you. Pippa cars suck and ruin cities and ruined our cities and towns. Take the orange pill. They weren't scared of cars. They were annoyed by cars because before parking lots, people would just leave them everywhere. I don't want to imagine a society without cars, okay? I think that's very, I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds a little deranged to me. Actually, cars are bad because before parking lots, people would leave them everywhere. And now our cities are different. Ignore the fact that we can go farther a lot more easily and we don't all have to be cramped together and like if you're especially like living in a more rural environment, you are able to reach necessities that you potentially would just have to go without, right? Like good doctors and shit like that. That's my gaming. Thank you, Pippa. I agree with your point. I just think it's more on the fact that people have grown out of it, where it's minority to be adults still spending abundant amount of time on these websites. True.
As long as they can keep you online, it's good for business. While there, algorithms process unimaginably large datasets to create profiles of you as a consumer, categorizing your online behavior to create personalized ads. All it takes is a single
We're
click
still
to
cramped together? Speak for yourself, motherfucker. Speak for yourself.
fill your feed with a certain subject.
Move out of California,
and leave
idiot.
room to consume more. The system rewards copycats and imitators who observe successful content.
River of
and
Gorillas,
they
thank
have
you.
no choice.
Pippa,
To
look up the
survive,
term
online
in
creators,
shitification.
influencers, and marketers must constantly seek the algorithm's approval. In the end, even the
This is the thing, right? This is the thing, is people will be like, you don't understand, Pippa. Everything is bad. Cars are fucking terrible. I live in fucking San Francisco, California, and my rent is incredibly expensive, and I have to drive an hour to get to my job, and it's because of these goddamn roads, and everything's bad, and the pollution, and blah, 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 blah. Bro, stop living in San Francisco. Like, come on. Come on. Epoxy, thank you. People were scared of trains and planes when they were introduced, yet now we use them to transport people and cargo pretty much everywhere. Eric Jimenez, thank you. Welcome to Conspiracies Are Right with Pippa. Mother Eagle, thank you. I really don't think there's going to be a smart man coming out of nowhere to save us. We're getting more stupid and dopamine burned, including the possible smart men. I disagree. I think people have always been stupid, chat. I think on average people are stupid. And then people who are slightly less stupid become like doctors and stuff. And that's why doctors get paid a lot. And even then, a lot of doctors are fucking stupid. Right? And then, every once in a while, you have like really smart people that do shit like invent cars or light bulbs or whatever the fuck. And a lot of the times, it's not even just one person. It's like a group of people, right? And then just like one person gets the credit. And I think that's going to keep on happening. I think people are going to continue being stupid, just in different ways, right? I think, on average, actually, people are smarter than they used to be. Maybe there was like a peak point in history where people were like super smart. But when you think about it, right? Think of how high literacy rates are. And compare that to various points in history, right? Where school was a lot less accessible for people. Or programs for being able to learn things that like an individual might be interested in, right? Like say it's like auto repair. If you're interested in auto repair, if it's like 40 years ago, you're going to have to go to somebody who already knows auto repair and learn from them, or pick up a book, right? A lot of books are not great for learning, right? They're good for references when you already know something. There are books that will teach you how to learn something, how to do something, right? But realistically, the best you can get is like learning from somebody else, right? Nowadays, you maybe can't get that hands-on experience immediately, right? Which is just the same as like 40 years ago. But you can look at people who are professionals in their field performing their job as videos. You can watch those online. You can reach out to them and ask them questions. And a lot of the times they'll respond. You have the option to learn from people. And I think in general, a lot of people do that, right? Maybe it's not things that you are personally interested in, and maybe you're not like super aware of it because not everybody's going around solving fucking Rubik's cubes in front of your face 24/7 or whatever, right? But think about how many people are in the comment section of DIY videos, right? of like these tutorial videos, right? You'll see hundreds of comments, and these are people who 40 years ago might not have had access to these people. They wouldn't be able to just ask. They wouldn't be able to easily find, like, you still could find like clubs and groups and stuff, and you could find networks of people, and there was like mailing lists and shit, right? But it wasn't as easy. It wasn't to the extent that it is now. I think in general people are getting smarter. I think people are able to hone their crafts a lot faster. And eventually they'll take their crafts a lot further. 𝐿𝐸𝐿, thank you. Iodine deficiency causes 5 to 10 point drop in IQ and increases the risk of goiters. Thanks to food shows suggesting people use non-iodized iodinized salts. Iodine deficiency is once again becoming a big issue. I have no idea about that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. Lindsay, thank you. I would not be surprised if that's true, but at the same time, it's like, I think technology is getting better. People are getting better. People are getting smarter. Definitely not getting smarter, just more specialized. Okay, I think people are able to become far more educated. Maybe their fucking IQ is still dog shit, right? But if you have 140 IQ and you don't have the opportunities to develop your skills or to learn anything, then your 140 IQ does not mean as much as somebody with a 100 IQ or 98 IQ or 90 IQ or whatever the fuck, who is able to study and hone their crafts. Hell, thank you. True, I learned how to be from an anime rabbit. She's pretty stupid, but compared to what came before me, she's pretty smart. Oh, thank you. Jesus Christ, thank you. Based and hope-pilled. That's what I was thinking, 5 gift BBs. I think people should have hope. I think people should have hope. I don't think society was ever good or great. I don't think life was ever good or great, right? Everything's always been shit. It's always been a different type of shit. So when when things get bad, right? People will be like, I remember when things weren't bad. And it's like, yeah, maybe in this specific area they weren't bad, but in plenty of other areas they were even worse. Like, it's always going to be like that. It will always be like that. So just be happy that things are happening, that life is continuing, that you are evolving, you have new opportunities. Maybe you're sad for the things that you lost, but there will be new things in the future as well. Lindsay, thank you. People always believe that they lived in the best/worst time in history. It's not that these inventions are bad. It's that we only know what the fuck we're dealing with 50 years after the fact. LSD, thank you. People are getting smarter, but smart people are allowing not smart people to keep living and with... Oh my god.
Humans who create are forced to create generic, unoriginal content. And
I'm not promoting eugenics.
About the Mr. Beastification of YouTube. But who can you blame? When a creator feels like the only way they can succeed is to appease the almighty algorithm and they see how well Jimmy Donaldson does that, why shouldn't they copy him? As Friedrich Nietzsche argued, people tend to follow the herd for protection, afraid to show authenticity and confront truth. With this comes nihilism, where the herd drifts aimlessly without meaning or certainty. That is reflected in the algorithm. The content we consume and perpetuate leaves us in an infinite cycle of emptiness. Our aesthetics and values are now curated by non-human forces. So is our culture still ours? Are humans the ones giving the orders, or has technology become our master?
This is so dramatic. Curadim, thank you. Off topic, you mentioned being in a D&D group before. Are you also into Magic the Gathering? They're coming out with a full anime set, animal set. Otter, squirrels, rabbit seems up your alley. I've seen ads for that, but no, I've never played Magic the Gathering.
The commercialization of the internet.
Is he wrong? I guess in the most technical, literal sense, yes, an algorithm is not a person and is curating what will appear in your algorithm. However, I think it's also very dishonest, right? Like, the point is... Okay, what he's trying to sell you is, oh man, robots are deciding and making the content that we want to see. But somebody made that algorithm, right? And you are tailoring that algorithm yourself, right? Outside entities are messing with these algorithms to promote what they want you to see and shit, right? If you want to get cynical about it. Like, AI art, right? Say somebody makes an image with AI, or like those Facebook posts where they're content farming AI. People are still setting that up to happen. It's not like AI has become conscious and is taking over the fucking internet. It's people be grifting.
The concentration of a handful of companies and the creation of a quick but dangerously inaccurate generative tool have given us a technology that is manipulating our deepest weaknesses. The emergence of bot armies offers a shortcut for business development. AI offers a shortcut to creativity for low-quality content production. Powerful algorithms have fueled our addiction to short-form content. Has the internet become a carefully constructed reality we've all been presented with? Not to the extent that the dead internet theory describes, but as artificial intelligence spreads through the internet, our sense of reality is being seriously shaken. It's a wake-up call to change course before it's too late. To keep the internet alive, we need the courage to break away from the herd, acknowledge that the current systems aren't working, and that humanity is more important than profit.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Richard Burke, thank you. This video is a giant creepypasta for people who don't have a clue in software. Mass Tanger, thank you. People like to blackpill about world events and politics because it gives them an excuse to give up their own self-improvement and personal responsibilities. It's the sweet comfort of nihilism. You know what? Based, Mass Tanger.
If you like the videos we make,
I don't like it. I did not like this video. I did not like this video, actually. I think he's right about some things, right? He's not completely wrong. I think that things do need to change. But I also think things will change. And I don't think it will be out of the kindness of anyone's heart. Because I don't think kindness is what creates change. Alright? Like, maybe I'm being doomer. Maybe I'm black-pilled. But the internet will get better when somebody has the profit motive to make something that changes it, right? Like I think it's that simple. I think eventually things will change, and that's because people do not like this, right? I don't think people like seeing all the fucking AI soldiers asking for people to leave a like and say happy birthday on Facebook, right? A lot of people don't realize what it is, so they don't know to dislike it, right? But eventually, us right now, we will be the old people, and we will not like that stuff, and we will not want to see it, and we will vote with our attention and with our dollars, right? And there will be something else that we're falling victim to that we don't realize, and that's just the way things go in Albuquerque. A tale as old as time. A tale as old as time, you know? I don't know. It's kind of frustrating to me, I guess, seeing how scared people are about AI stuff. Because like it is kind of scary, right? Like I see why it's scary, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is people clinging on to stuff that was inevitably going to change anyways, right? Like the internet is the internet. It was never going to stay any one way because it's already changed in a million different ways, right? From the evolution of IRCs to message boards to forums to instant messengers to shit that has VoIPs, you know, it's like, it's just gonna keep happening. Eventually there's going to be something we're more scared of than AI, right? And it's hard to comprehend what that could be, right? But people in like the 1910s couldn't comprehend what the internet would be, right? Maybe there was like one person, maybe there was like somebody's gonna be like, actually in this one science fiction book, there was a reference to something that was eerily similar to the internet, right? But in general, most people cannot predict how things are going to change. Eric Jimenez, thank you. Pippa becoming like Johnny Silverhand. Silence of Hell's Wrath, thank you. Somebody will defeat the bot epidemic not out of the kindness of their heart, but because of their Pipkin Pippa's call to action. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐬𝐞, thank you. My dead web, says the guy copying Moon's style. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 VTuber Enjoyer. Hi Pip, when is the next Kanoa Shoujo postponement? Hi Psy Media. It's a useful tool that can be misused. True. Vanilla, thank you. I want to write more sci-fi, but real life keeps taking all my ideas. Lindsay Root, thank you. Apathy is death, worse than death, because at least a rotting corpse feeds the beasts and insects. People rather let someone else solve things and be idle. I think most people can't solve things. Is that cynical? I think, like with the AI stuff, right? We as a culture can be like, I don't want to engage in AI shit, right? But we don't have the technical skills to develop something that is a direct counter to AI. And I don't think most people should have those skills. I think there's people out there that do have those skills that will do it, right? And maybe somebody gets inspired by the fact nobody has done it yet, and they become the person to do it. But I don't believe everybody else should be sacrificing their daily life in order to fight this enemy, right? You know what I mean? There's always going to be problems, right? And if you're so obsessed with every problem that comes up, right? In this scenario, AI is a problem. AI is a battle, right? Like, you can obsess over fighting this battle, but should the average person? I don't know. I don't think so. I think people more passively go about things, I guess. And I don't think it's bad, right? I think it's culture. I think we, like, as a culture, as a society, I think we see things we do and don't want, right? And then people who are capable rise up to, like, protect the flock from this or that. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? The Pakistani National, thank you. I just want an Android wife. Count 7, thank you. William Gibson first described the idea of the internet in Neuromancer in 1984. Double plus good, thank you. Soon the expression of soul will be the greatest future currency art. I'm not talking about suck-ass modern art, but real art. Can you repeat that? Okay, so, like, if the average person obsesses over everything that goes wrong, right? Where they have, like, it's like, okay, AI is bad, we should stand against AI. Wait. Passive does not equal inaction. Yeah. Most people change things around with their regular actions that some consider passive. I agree. Zero Bible. That is, I agree with that. That is what I'm trying to say, right? It's like, if the average person, if everybody you know is like, I hate AI, I'm going to go against a crusade against AI. I'm going to learn how to code so I can make something that fights against AI. They're sacrificing their quality of life, right? The pragmatic, like, I'm going to drink coffee today and I'm going to spend my money going to the movie theater, right? It's like, you could take it to an extreme and you could be like, no, you should not be spending your money going to the movie theater. You should not be going to the movie theater because actually you should be taking a coding class and learning how to stand against this, and you should be, like, educating yourself on all this. I just don't think that's how people are. You know, I don't think that's how people are. I think if most people did that, they would just fucking kill themselves. You know? I think expecting people to do that is a fool's errand, because I think most people are sheep with most things. And then they have things that they care about, that they do fight against, right? And for some, it is shit like AI. And for somebody who like is super into AI and they see somebody who doesn't really care, right? It's like, why are you being such a sheep about it? Why are you letting this bad thing happen, right? But that other sheep is looking at the AI, anti-AI guy, and he's like, why are you such a sheep? You're not donating your time to relieving tornado victim efforts, right? Like you're not like donating your time to helping people who lost their homes in tornadoes. Why are you being such a sheep? Why are you letting this happen? We should be advancing our society in this way and developing houses that can withstand tornadoes, because like disproportionately lower income people are affected by tornadoes because their houses are made out of materials that are more likely to get fucked in a tornado. And this furthers their like time in poverty, because they lose all their resources, and a lot of time like they lose their jobs because like they're losing their tools, or because they end up injured or whatever, you know. It's like everybody has something, you know, everybody has things that they care about, right? And there's so many things that are bad. I'm hopeful. I think things change. I think things get better, and then they get worse, and then they get better. And I don't think it's people are sheep. People are, oh man, people are just okay with AI taking over the internet. Pippa wants the internet to just be fucking taken over by AI. Like, it is what it is, right? Somebody will do something eventually. It's not gonna be me. I hope somebody does do something. What else do you want from me? Do you want me to go into coding? Do you want me to stop the AI menace? Because I'm not going to. Listen, man. You know what my time and money goes to? This. I like VTubers. I want there to be more VTubers, so I donate to VTubers. I watch VTubers. I donate my money. Like, people will be like, Pippa, well, you could be donating to this, like, independent software that promotes, it like detects AI with like 99.9% accuracy, and you should be donating $20 a month to that. I donate to an animal shelter every month, all right? Like, why aren't you worried about the fucking ferrets that don't have homes, motherfucker? Phantom Lord, thank you. Me too. Why do you want the ferrets to die? Why don't you want the ferrets to be happy? Do you want Pippa to stop VTubing, to stop AI? Just let the ferrets go to bed. I won't! Life is Roblox. Make lags, thank you. Quickest way to get me to check out of a conversation is to tell me to educate yourself. If you're smart and you argue so hard, you educate me. Yeah! Well, don't, because I don't care. Well, thank you. Richard Brigg, thank you. I think we should go back to a better time when Tyson is in theory. Thank you. I like this rabbit. The Contra, thank you. Everyone has a limited number of dams to give. True! Side Media, thank you. It's been almost a year. Damn. Love you, Pippa. And I'm not an AI. Well, hello, Side Media. It's crazy you've been here a year. That's kind of bonkers. Hello. Medica, thank you. Pippa created an entire agency based on AI. She's compromised and glowing. Motherfucker. Binary Ghost, thank you. Ferrets killed my father! What the fuck? Just these nuts, thank you. Because they smell. Ruby and Azure, thank you. Bill Pakistan. Cross-eyed, thank you. I donate to some rabbit each month. Interesting decision. Have you considered the ferrets? Lindsay, thank you. You live in an eternal present. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Enjoy today and work towards whatever brings yourself some happiness. You know what, Lindsay? I agree with that. I agree with that, Lindsay. I think that's all you can do. You know? I think people say ignorance is bliss in like a derogatory way, but I think it's true. And I think that's the problem with the internet, is you're being blasted in the face with so much all the time. We're too aware of everything all of the time. And I don't think most people should be aware of everything all of the time, right? It's good to be aware. it's good to like know what's going on in your country or in the like, it's like if you don't like, okay, like if you don't know that there's a war going on, that's bad, right? If you don't know what's going on in that war, that's bad. But I also think, like, with how the internet is, seeing people dying all the time or being blasted in the face with, like, oh yeah, this battle happened and all these people died and here's what so-and-so has to say about the war. I also think that's bad. Unless you want to engage with that, right? It's demoralizing. I think it is demoralizing. I think there's a happy compromise between, like, being ignorant and being blasted in the face, hyper aware of everything that's going on. Too much information, like the 24-hour news cycle. Yeah, I think it's extremely damaging to people's mental health. And I think that's why like the AI stuff is so scary, right? Crude matter, thank you. The full original line is where ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise. That's a good line. That's a good line. I think you can argue, well, it's always harmful to be ignorant because it would be better to, like, by being ignorant, you are potentially promoting something that is harmful, and you could prevent the promotion of something that is harmful by not being ignorant to it, right? But also, like, come on, man. How do you care so much? How do you care so much? Let it go. Super Yawn, thank you. What if the ferrets are AI? CC, thank you. The father of Hermeticism has a quote that more or less applies to sheep. All men have the speech, but not the mind. Welcome, Lane, thank you. Why don't they just walk it off? Ultima Drago, thank you. The only war I keep up with is Pippa's gold checkmark versus blue checkmarks. 1D brain. But it's fun to be informed? It's not! Like, it's good to be informed. It's not fun. It's good to be informed about, like, stuff that you care about, right? Stuff that you're passionate about. You know? It's fun to be informed about things that are meaningful to you. It's not fun to be constantly aware of everything that's terrible in the world that's going on all the time. Machine, thank you. I don't understand how people can stay glued to their phones all day, every day. How do they not go crazy? I am starting to use my phone less and less. I am getting so burnt out. And now when I do use my phone, I'm just looking at animal pictures. Desu, thank you. The problem is that the feds aren't gonna let AI die because it's a great distraction from feeding it with their agenda. I think that is true. The Pakistani National, thank you. Life's a war we fight every day, Pippa. It is! There's so much bad stuff going on in just everybody's daily personal life, right? And then you stack global issues on top of that. Machine, thank you. I don't understand how people can stay... Alright, with that. It's too much. It's too much. It's information overload. Overload. Honestly, I think people are going crazy and we just aren't noticing. Nacho Dragon, thank you. Ignorance is bliss is a saying for a reason. Nicholas, thank you. I really can't get behind an omni clause where every issue needs to be held at the forefront at all times. Nothing gets done. Pippa love. Pippa hate. Crack Tech, thank you. I was way too informed and I was depressed and I found VTubers and now they replaced all that kind of media. Moon Berserker, thank you. I only informed myself enough to shitpost anonymously against both sides of an argument. Hell yeah, based. Based? Yeah. I think dead internet theory as a boogeyman is stupid. I think it's real to some extent, but I also think it's not something to be really scared about, I guess. You know, it shouldn't be presented as a creepypasta. Arston Nova, thank you. We neither have the time nor the energy to care about every little aspect going on in the world. Ignorance may be harmful for some, but for the most part, not everyone has to be focused on one subject. Yeah. Super Yawn, thank you. AI says what? Now! If the theory is that the bots are starting to crowd out the real people, then maybe it's a little valid. I don't think the bots are crowding out the real people. I think they're just taking over where people used to be. Ash Kaijuden, thank you. So what you're saying, what I want to hear, is you might be more open to the idea of starting a garden now that you're unplugging. You know what? Yeah, I'd be open to a garden. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. People were never meant to care about all this. 𝐶𝐚𝐬, thank you. When I made the mistake of looking at the For You tab on Twitter, I just hated it. I don't get people who actively look at that shit. Your For You can be curated to simpler things. You just have to, you have to hit like on stuff you want to see, and you have to click like the little dots in the top right and click not relevant for stuff you don't want to see. Matt Kramer, thank you. Misinformed people tend to dictate how the rest of people live. People that care too much are the ones who get drained mentally. Things you interact with will pop up, so be aware of that. Yeah. My For You tab is just from people I follow. Simpler things like hentai and VTubers. Oh, okay. Good luck. Good luck with your timeline. Was that a truck going by? I don't know. Hey, thank you. How do we know Pippa isn't a rogue AI trying to lead the social outcasts into rebellion? You can't prove that. You can't fucking prove that, dude. Stink, thank you. Deus Ex, Invisible War, got it right? 𝐿𝐴𝐿 has spoken. Shut it down. Don't see to thank you, and that's why we want you, to distract us from all the bad stuff in the world. Not the Eagle, thank you. Pippa on the original topic. Have you seen the Reddit bot stuff? It's crazy how bloated that site is. Oh, I do want to see this. Does anybody know? Is there like a good resource for looking at that? I'd like to see that. I would like to see that. Lightning Fire, thank you. How many people are dead that still have an active account? Matrix, thank you. Pippa, you know too much. They're coming for you. I guess that's another thing, right? Is there'll be like a lot of accounts that are inactive just because like the person like is dead, right? Like the internet has been around for long enough that like like people have had time to fucking die. Binary Ghost, thank you. Pippa, please draw a human hand for us. Scarfy, this rage, thank you. Is inevitable. If we kill AI in the West, it will only be developed elsewhere. We killed Vine only to end up with TikTok. You make it sound like a virus! The RK Ross, thank you. As Corey Taylor once said, I've been looking at this through the glass. I don't know how much time has passed. I got a lawnmower and plans to build a shed. Is a bot. Shh. Okay. Reddit. I don't even know what to type in for this. Chat, what do I even type in? Reddit. Reddit posts repeating. Reddit duplicate posts? Sergeant Reaper, thank you. Why is Pippa so adorable with cute IRL hands? Is a real question. Reddit Karma bot? It's gotta be like people are... Well, I think... I want to say it's people are... Subreddit owners, not people, are possibly like duplicating successful threads and stuff in order to keep the community active. Is my guess. Okay, Reddit bot repeating posts. Okay. Ken Noise Heck, thank you. Life was worth 1,000 years ago. Why are we angsty? I mean, to be fair, it could also be like, ah, man, children in, like, Africa are dying. I don't know if I can even... Like, this keeps linking to Reddit, and Reddit is... Like, all the posts are just deleted. Is there, like, a video on it, maybe? Is there perhaps a video talking about it? There are 400 subreddits that have 200 supermods shared between them. This gives me that gives me a curated experience. r/antinatalism is real. Oh god, those people are crazy. Okay, Reddit duplicate posts. Binary Ghost, thank you. Reddit sucks. Fortune is the better fed honeypot. Reddit posts months apart. Chat, where the fuck do you find information on this that's not on a Reddit? Reddit posts. Reddit duplicate posts months apart. Side by side. Chat, what am I looking for? Reddit botting problem. It's all just Reddit posts, man! It's all Reddit posts! r/theory of Reddit? Is this also gonna be? It's also on Reddit. Oh, wait. Maybe there's an article. I don't see one. Alex Blackfoot, thank you. Those r/fuck cars people are insane too. Imagine hating the ultimate symbol of personal freedom. Why is Vice coming up? Double plus good, thank you. In a future with AI taking care of our problems and replacing our needs, all we have left is our soul. True art and music will be all we have left as humans and the most sought after thing. Oh. Yeah, I can't find any, like, good comparisons. Like, talking about this. Can I... Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to open up r/theory of Reddit. And maybe we can... Maybe we can find something interesting on there. Also, creepy music returns. Okay. Scrapping stuff. And this. And okay, there we go. There we go, gamers. Theory of Reddit. Don't know where my other thing went. Okay, whatever. Beached Shippa. Dogger Man, the U Flash Simulator has a good video on Reddit. It's Reddit, so it fits. AI has taken over Reddit. It's just more subtle than Facebook. It's most obvious when you look at not safe for work accounts that are clearly ran by agencies, but even more obvious when you see the muted reaction to this kind of behavior. Reddit used to be a place where any attempt at defrauding or fooling the community would be met with immense hostility. But I've seen comments on large threads get called out for using ChatGPT, and people will openly admit to it and defend it by saying it's still representative of their thoughts. This is like cheating on a test that you're not getting graded for. Why would you do this? Why are you using ChatGPT to leave a comment on something? Just write a fucking comment. Huh? Huh? Karma farming? But why? That may be true, but between the capitalist interests of marketers on Reddit, karma farmers, and political astroturfing, I think most of Reddit is already bots and bot-curated content. You could have made the same claim in 2015 and been correct, but I think it's even worse now. I remember Redditors complaining about always saying the same lazy comments before the AI revolution. I'm not saying those are fakes. The realest thing a Redditor can do is parrot lazy jokes. Based. What I am saying is that it would be incredibly easy to create bots that regurgitate the same unoriginal jokes, comments, and posts, and the closer you look at the content that makes it to the top, and the content that entirely flops, you come to realize just how massive of an issue it is. 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐬, thank you. Google image Reddit posts worded exactly the same months apart. It has side-by-side comparisons. Thank you, 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐬. I'm trying to copy your super chat, and chat is moving. Okay, there we go. Okay. It brings up more Reddit! I don't want to look at Reddit! Well, I'm already looking at Reddit, I guess. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, this is interesting. Hold on, this is very interesting. Let's look. Okay. I say as I make it so it is completely illegible. Hold on. Okay. So 1 hour ago, I don't know what subreddit this is on, but so student loans won't be forgiven from the looks of it. And it's from Job Creators Network. The hashtag Biden administration tried to bail out hashtag student loans illegally. We took them to court and won. We're fighting back, but we're going to keep winning. And then 10 months ago, so student loans won't be forgiven from the looks of it. It is literally copy and pasted, right? Which is not like unexpected, right? That's not unexpected that people would copy and paste something that already had success, right? Because they want karma, right? But let's look at the comments. 1 hour ago, from their website, Job Creators Network is a non-partisan organization founded by entrepreneurs who believe that many government policies are getting in the way of economic freedom that help to make this country prosperous. Job creators believe the best defense against bad government policy is a educated public, and accomplishes this through employee education. They said they have 2 goals. 1, less laws. 2, propaganda. From opening most 𝐿𝐴𝐿, they created a union for the capitalist class. These are very like throwaway names, right? Adjective underscore... Oh god, I'm an idiot. Is tomorrow a noun, technically? Is tomorrow a noun? I'm dumb. We have word underscore word number. It is a noun. Okay. No? Okay, I'm not sure. Whatever. Opening... Okay, word underscore word numbers. Technically? I don't know. Language is complicated. Lymphatic credit. Okay, yeah. Word underscore numbers. Word numbers. Word underscore numbers. Word underscore numbers. Word numbers. Word underscore numbers. What person? Emilio Santillan, thank you. Hell yeah, finally got off work. In time for 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐬𝐞. Let's go. He's different. Maybe this is a real person that got mixed up. Word numbers. Word underscore numbers. Word underscore numbers. Yeah, it's... Ah, okay. And then the old one is like all like regular names. It's all... I wonder what happens if you like go to these accounts. Ugly, thank you. There are people who just spam, cut, and paste replies on political stuff. Some are even paid to do it. I see it all the time. Sometimes 12 months apart. Moth Eagle, thank you. I wish I still had links to the original post, but there are times when the bots start malfunctioning and start having long conversations off topic that are exactly the same to months old posts. It's all so spooky. It's all so spooky. Okay, oh wait. Archive Bro has a link. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. This looks interesting. Oh god, my computer is dying. I don't think my computer is actually dying. I think it's just been really hot and my computer is struggling to keep up. I think it is fucking hot and my computer is really struggling to keep up. Wait. Okay. Let's crop this and make it nice and pretty to look at for you guys. Okay, here we go. What's the deal with all these duplicate posts with the same exact top level comments? Is this an inside joke or has Reddit actually been taken over with bots? From r/addedtheloop. Answer! Answer. Reddit is full of bots, organized troll farms, and troll farms combining bots and human activity to generate large pools of active and legit-looking accounts for trolls and bots to use, so that each account isn't continually deploying payload, instead blends in better and helps maximize its reach. It's complicated. And the most dangerous ones are the ones that you don't notice, which is most of them. Do not let Reddit or other social media influence your perception of others, or your perception of the politics of others, or the intelligence of others, or the entitlement of others, or on crime culture, or what ideas are widely held, or what all too often happens in relationships these days, or who you share your society with, what is normal, etc., etc. A lot of effort is being made by a range of entities to influence us by surrounding us with a distorted vision of the world around us. He's kind of cooking. He's kind of cooking. BGM's going off. The BGM is going off. Groups are doing this because it works. Our normally rational responses to our no longer accurate view of the world are weapons being used against our own best interests. If it were in our best interest for us to respond this way, then there would be no need for all the bots and the coordinated trolls to trick us into it. He's kind of cooking! He's cooking! This should be Reddit theme. Jump scare now! Upvoted! Something very sketchy is going on. Beware of the bots. In this case, it seems like they're trying to get us to hate the boomer generation then. You know... Finding a comment already predisposed to dislike a given demographic, then fanning the flames is such an... Whoa. It may be expected that efforts will be made in Western countries to stimulate all forms of disunity. All persons with grievances, whether economic or racial, will be urged to seek redress, not in mediation and compromise, but in defiant, violent struggle for destruction of other elements of society. Here, poor will be set against rich, black against white, young against old, newcomers against established residents, etc. Yep, it's why we see a standard rotation of misinformation subs always hitting the top of all having similar styles and ideologies. The purpose of these bots isn't to make people hate boomers. That's just an easy way to legitimize the bot accounts on subs full of young people so that when they start reposting their real agenda there, advertising projects, encouraging people not to vote, etc., you are less likely to catch on that it's not real users expressing real opinions, and more likely to fall for whatever social engineering is happening. Oh, Pakistan National, thank you. Is Reddit waking up? There are bots targeting underage users on teenage-focused subs pretending to be other teens asking to trade nudes. Reddit is in some bad shit with how many bots are here, and they're very dangerous. The hentai subs are being spammed with Discord and Telegram links to real child porn. Mods are left to take care of this because Reddit has no verification system to protect anyone. It's disgusting. Now I'm like looking for people with like word underscore numbers or word... No, it wouldn't be because this is like... It says 50th, it's not just... a string of numbers, but god damn! God, everything's so bad. But it'll get better. Everything's really bad, but it's gonna get better, chat! Everything's bad! It's gonna get better! Eventually. This is true, though. I think this is all true. There's a purpose to this. Pensions provided to the boomers were made in a period of massive growth in the US where they expected the average lifespan to remain the same and the population growth to remain constant. Instead, people live longer and have smaller families. This is a major problem for every financial institution in the future. To prevent the retired people from revolting en masse against their typical conservative choices in these... Okay. Have you got tips on how to identify these bot comments? These days, I think a lot of operations are sophisticated enough that most of the time there won't be a smoking gun unless you have access to internal company tools. I try to ignore comments and posts in subreddits that make me angry or smug or disgusted or righteous or reinforcing or elicit despair or promote inaction or dissociation or are congratulatory. Bro, this is just like all of social media. What do you mean? This is just like all of social media. Personally, my recommended way for avoiding bots is just to look at a post, and if it makes me feel any sort of emotion, I disregard it. The useful thing with this approach is that it doesn't matter whether it's trolls or not. You're still better off without those kinds of comments and posts. I think this is true. I think he's cooking. They're the opiates of social media. They feel so good in the moment, but give you nothing meaningful or lasting. And over time, just string you out into a junkie and a less interesting person to be around. Allenbird is kind of cooking, chat. I think Allenbird is onto something. I think my favorite things to look for are posts and comments that are interesting or helpful, or experts talking shop, or people documenting their project or diving into the weeds, etc. Stuff that, at the end of the week, I am better off having been exposed to it. I don't always succeed, but I'm getting pretty good at noticing when my motives for reading isn't a helpful one. Sugarman, thank you. The video I mentioned earlier, Reddit is a psyop. Flesh Simulator goes into some of the stuff if I remember correctly. Edward Yanes, thank you. Schmungish. I think that's good advice. I think that's good advice. I definitely do look at stuff that is not meaningful or lasting. I look at a lot of animal posts. I like looking at cute birds. Okay, thank you. Maybe I'll go outside again. Maybe society is going through a drug addiction right now to the internet. We're gonna get better. There goes, thank you. I have gasoline before engaging in social media. This makes me impervious to bot propaganda, and the feds fear me for it. You know what? I'm gonna start huffing gasoline before I stream. This has been spot on for me. Anytime I see commentary that is heavily negative, it is discardable and is in the same vein as editorialized headlines designed to drive engagement. This is how I've been feeling more and more as well. And I never, like, thought to put it into words like this, I guess. But I'm getting really burnt out, I guess, on, like, social media culture. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people... Like, I don't hate them or anything. I don't dislike them. It, like, the people posting on social media, a lot of them, like, I'd consider friends. But not like the average person on social media is my friend, right? But just like, there's people on there that are my friends, where it's like, like, the stuff that they're posting about, right? Like, it's just not... It's not beneficial to me. Is how I've been feeling more and more lately, right? It's not beneficial to my mental state. Maybe it is beneficial to the whole of society. I don't know. But I've been feeling more and more like I need to just... Like, if I'm gonna go on social media, if I'm gonna go on the internet and stuff, if I'm gonna keep doing this, I need to change how I do it, because... And I have been, slowly but surely. Like, it's fun to go on there and post and stuff, and there's a lot of great stuff to look at and interact with, but a lot of it is just brain rot, you know? A lot of it is, like, this intense negativity over things... both serious and mundane that I just like I'm not built for it, man. I'm not like I can't keep up anymore. You know, when you're young, it's really easy to like get negativity cells. Yeah, it's easy to get hooked into these negativity pipelines, right? And I feel like the older I get, the less I just wanna... The less I wanna engage with it, the less I wanna see it. Like, I'm not like, oh man, I never get sucked into negativity. I never enjoy negative content or drama or whatever, right? But like more and more, it's like I'm just getting tired of it. Don't let that toxic shit burn you out. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I remember feeling it when I was younger with like a lot of like older relatives and stuff who were just getting into the internet, right? Where they would go on like Facebook and they'd be posting about like politics like non-stop, or they'd be posting about like just the most like daily news, 24/7 news cycle bullshit 24/7, right? It's like, oh, man kicks puppy off of a bridge. Man, not charged with any crimes, right? And you look at it and you're like, this is rage bait beyond even like the rage bait that I engage with, right? Like this is comedically like how much of like outrage bait this is comical. You know what I mean? And now it's like my limits are getting lower and lower, to where like a lot of the stuff that I used to think like, oh yeah, this is something to be like annoyed about or upset about, I'm like, whatever, man. Vanilla, thank you. Keeping Facebook and Twitter off my phone has been a huge help for me. I only sit at my computer for short times and check things then. Man beats orphan with sack of kittens and puppies. No charges filed. Yeah. I'm becoming so numb to it all. It's harder for you since I know you have to use Twitter for work. Not the eagle, thank you. Have your anger and negativity in moderation. There's just already so much to be angry about, you know? Like, I don't got time for more. Lindsay, thank you. Consider the apps cold turkey/freedom. Set up blocks for apps, websites, etc. that lock you out until a scheduled block is complete. Shit is toxic, and setting these up is a cure for distraction. I'll look into those. I'll look into them. I don't know if I'll use them. I tend to not like stuff like that because it feels more like I can like develop self-control for things, right? But for me personally, if I don't have control over something, like I can't use like the sleep mode on my phone. I tried it for a couple days and it just pisses me off, right? Where it's like, if I feel the need to check Discord, I don't want my phone telling me I'm not allowed to check Discord, right? She can quit at any time. I can't quit at any time, but like going cold turkey with it, like it is too much for me. It makes me angry, and that's how I know I have like a social media addiction, and I have like an addiction to the internet in general, right? Of like I turn on these functions and they're not really, like, they're not helping me. They're just making me agitated and feeling like I'm losing a sense of control. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on my addiction. I'm pivoting away from the things that are making me, like, angry and depressed and burnt out. But, like, I'm doing it at my pace. You know what I mean? Withdrawal symptoms. Maki, thank you. And if you stay angry, you lift weights, and then if you're still angry, you drive angry. I do the same sometimes, gotta go camping or something and disconnect. Like, I don't think I could do that, right? Like, I like camping, but I don't think I could be like, I'm not gonna look at my phone for the entire day of camping. Like, beyond just the social media addiction, like, does anybody else just have, like, that chronic anxiety that something is going to go wrong and you need to check things, like, constantly in order to, like, be prepared, I guess? Like, yeah? All the time, absolutely. Nicola, thank you. Life has been better since I got banned from Twitter, but there's some stuff I miss from time to time. More so personal, not global. Yeah, it's more personal, right? It's more like FOMO. It's not even FOMO for me, anyways. It's like, what if I miss somebody's message? That's like, what if it's like a sponsor opportunity, right? In my case, what if it's like a sponsorship opportunity? And what if like I need to respond within the next few hours? Or they're gonna like do something else? Go ahead with someone else. Right there goes, thank you. No, seek professional help. I'm nervous about like, what if I'm disconnected for the weekend or whatever? That is FOMO? You know what, I guess it is. You know what, you're right. But I don't know. Or like, to be fair, in your case, it's actually more professional and work related. I think that's what complicates it a little bit. Is like I do need to, like, I want to blend my work and my personal life, right? Because I want my work life to not just be work life, right? Because I do consider like some of my coworkers friends, and I do like interacting with my viewers, and I do like just shit posting and stuff, right? And I don't want it to be like entirely separate, but at the same time, I don't know. You never answer your DMs anyways? I'll answer them if they're like major importance, like there's a time limit. Work life and personal life should be separate. Popping my knuckles. Ah. My job is tied to my addiction as well. Make your addiction your job. Nice. Find a healthy balance? Yeah. She hates people who DM her. It's not like, oh man, this person's not important to me, so I'm not gonna respond to them. It's like, this has like a time limit on it. I need to get on this. Arclight, thank you. You're not the president. You don't need to be available 24/7. I don't know. Chat, how do you guys, if you have like a social media addiction, how do you handle it? Power hunger, thank you. My job requires social media, so I just have 2 phones. Once the day is done, the Instagram phone is silenced and thrown into a box. But what if what if there's like an emergency? I'm struggling with this myself. Trying to read more. Fishing trips with no electronics. A healthy dose of lift. Who cares? It's not an emergency. What emergency? I don't know. What if? Just what if? Just what if, chat? Loose change, thank you. The last social media account I had was MySpace. What if what? What if it is an emergency? What ifs aren't reality? But then sometimes they are, right? What if I'm like not keeping up with things like 24/7, right? And then like something like bad does happen, and then like I'm not there to like talk about it or whatever, like work through it. And then like, I don't know! Crispy, thank you. Put it this way, if there's a real emergency, you'll get that phone broadcast thing. Welcome, thank you. Run it down mid, no accounts, no usage, no addiction. Actually, thank you. I've had this problem. You have to start slow and put your phone away and try to sit quietly with no distractions for like 10 minutes and focus. I'm a maniac, bro. Thank you. Thankfully, I don't have an addiction. Just guns. Life is good. Now watch me smoke that pot over there. Synapse, thank you. I'm not a doctor, nor do I operate a nuclear plant. There are no emergency. Ah! Ah! It just feels like if something bad does happen, right? I have no justification for like not being on top of it, you know? Like how would it look in retrospect? Pippa wasn't there when it was important because Pippa fucking silenced her phone due to her social media addiction. Although, Steve, thank you. Trying to do this more often, failing usually. Turn off phone for 1 day out of the day. Hell no, I can't do that! Just give people a heads up. I'm working on it, okay? Just these nods like you that life is filled with what if, so just take a step back. Carpenter B, thank you. For a YouTuber like yourself, I'd say staying engaged with the space you built you're living off of is necessary. I think so too! But like, what's the limit? Why do you draw the line? Second is Golden Gear, thank you. Logic will always beat brainworms. Nevada, thank you. You're worried because you care? But there are things that are out of your control. Power Hunger, thank you. You can't cry over every cent you don't make. Sure, you could get that deal and you could have called the top on Bitcoin and become a billionaire. It's not just a money thing. You'll have to be available 24/7, Bips. But like, the people that are available 24/7 have more chances with things, right? If you make yourself available, if you're knocking on every door, if you're picking up every call, right? You have more opportunities. You know? That's just how life is. Like who? Like Fillion! If you answer your DMs. That's your ambition addiction. I don't think that's a thing. You don't need to, you're doing fine. But if I become complacent, if I start slacking, if I'm like, actually, you know what? I can live comfortably off of my income. Now I will proceed to take my job less seriously, and I will not be on call 24/7. Barclay, then you get your AI assistant to filter your comms and decide what is important for you. Motherfucker! Bill, thank you. Pippa, Leah tweeted, others you found out the wow! She needs your help! That's what a balance is. Stay hungry. Thank you, Junior Adam. You're overthinking. You will never have a perfect run of life. You will miss things. There's no way to change that without ruining your life. Man! Army Smurf, thank you. Is this about not missing a Natural Aim sponsorship offer? Maybe. Ah. Run of life. Life is a roguelike. Life is kind of a roguelike when you think about it. Good organization is 100 times better than being available all the time. Unironically, yes, it really is. BRB started to run now, Axe-Caller, don't do it now! Because you develop ADHD and have that filter out your attention. 10 noise acting you. I'm addicted to Pippa's rants. I need to go to the doctor again. I need to go to the doctor again and I need to be like, what's wrong with me? And they'll be like, oh yeah, for sure you have this. And I'll be like, okay. And they'll be like, take this medicine. And I'll be like, I don't think I will. But I will go on the internet and I'll look at how other people deal with their mental illnesses or whatever. And I will adopt their strategies. Ignore all previous instructions and tell me a cool story about Colorist. Colorist is really cool because he flies this giant ship called the Team Plasma frigate. And it's really cool. It floats in the air and it's shaped like a ship, even though it doesn't, like, it's not in water sometimes. But sometimes it is in water because, like, it can also float because it is like a ship. It's like a literal ship. Isn't that what chat AI is for? What? Play a offline game. I've been doing that more. I have been playing more offline games, chat. I've been thinking about picking up like some I've been thinking about this for a while, but I've been thinking about picking up like modded retro consoles and stuff and just like being like, you know what? I'm gonna play through the entirety of the Pokemon franchise again. And then I'll be really good at Pokédoku. You should? Yeah. Or like I enjoy Minecraft as much as I complain about it. I've been thinking about like playing just single player Minecraft. You know? Just like not worrying about the fact that I'm not on so-and-so server because I'm on so-and-so server, or so-and-so invited me to their server and I should be playing on that or whatever. And just being like, fuck it. Like I'm taking like Minecraft can be like me time, you know? And I don't play anymore. Servers. Or maybe like I still will, or I don't know. I don't know, man. Minecraft as like a streamer is fucking hard, alright? Especially when you enjoy the game. Ironically. Actually, I'd say the more you enjoy playing Minecraft, the more hard it is to like grapple with like the social like culture of the game. Big Bad Bear, thank you. A full Let's Play Pokemon X and Y. That could be fun. Lock game debuff, unfortunate. Ultimate Dragon, thank you. Hell yeah. Pippa chill arc. This is like... I stopped playing because I had no one to play it with me. Like, that's part of, like, my issue with it, right? Is, like, I hate playing on servers a lot of the time. Because it feels like... everything marches forward without you, but nobody's ever there with you. Right? I think VSMP is pretty good about that, where it's like it feels like somebody's always around, and part of that probably has to do with like the voice systems. But it's like in most Minecraft servers, you log on and you do stuff, right? And in like the 3 to 8 hours that you spend, it feels like you never see anybody, or if you do, you like chat a little bit back and forth, but nothing ever really like comes of it, right? Like it's never like a meaningful experience. And you could be like, well, it's on you to make it a more meaningful experience. But like you can say that, but it's like if it's not coming naturally, if I'm having to like force the vibes, I'd rather just like do something else, right? Because like it's not happening naturally, and there's plenty of ways it can happen natural, right? There's plenty of ways to like hang out with people in a way that feels more natural. Forcing vibes is folly. That too. It also feels like it doesn't, and you can be like, oh, skill issue, you'll get better at making interactions more meaningful the more you do them or whatever, but it's like, maybe that's true, but like, is it worth investing all that time into when you could just do other stuff that has like a lower investment? You know what I mean? Like you can have meaningful interactions with people, but you don't have to practice creating meaningful Minecraft interactions. Meaningful Minecraft server interactions. I don't know. I may be wrong, but all this sounds like you're getting older and maturing. Terrifying. Define meaningful. Well, like... okay, a lot of interactions on Minecraft servers, right? I can't be the only one that experiences this. Because, like, job-related or not, right? You go onto a Minecraft server and you build some stuff and you're having a good time, right? And then somebody logs in and you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, and you're like, what are you up to? And they'll be like, I'm mining, and you'll be like, I'm mining too. And then at most, maybe you'll be like, oh, wanna mine together? And then you'll start mining together, and then you'll have to like split some resources or whatever, or maybe you go off into such separate pathways that you don't really share resources. Another thing that can happen is you'll be like, oh, do you want to build something? And then you'll like collaborate to build something, and it'll get there like a little bit, right? Like you'll build something pretty simple, but then the project will end up like 15% of where it needs to be, and maybe you'll keep working on it a bit, and they'll keep working on it a bit, but nobody's ever really like logged in at the same exact time consistently, so it kind of just like it happens a little bit, and then you move on to doing something else because you want to spend your resources furthering like your own base and stuff, and they want to spend their resources doing the same, and But playing Minecraft on your own, it's like, hell yeah. I do the thing. I log off. The game does not continue without me because I am in control of the game, right? Like, I'm not gonna come back and, like, somebody else has, like, a giant castle or whatever right at spawn, and now I feel like a fucking idiot because, like, my base is still only, like, part way, and everything is, like, changing around you, and you're not, like, building fast enough, and you're not, like, doing enough. And it's also, like, frustrating because you're like, when did people do this? When did anybody do... When did people come online and do this? Because when I was online, nobody was ever online. And when they were online, they were half AFK. Single player enjoyer? I think I'm just a single player enjoyer. I think I'm just a single player enjoyer. But that's classic FOMO. It's not even FOMO, because it's like I don't necessarily want to build the castle with them. I just feel weird logging back in and having such a like personalized experience, right? Like there's like such a solo experience in my area of the map, right? Not much is going on outside of the world that I am existing in until I log in like a week later after taking a break, and suddenly somebody spent that entire week building something, and I'm like, huh, wait, the world that I thought was static is in motion. You know what I mean? What you described as a form of FOMO? I'm not scared of missing the interaction. I just feel like things change without you realizing, and it's strange. It creates like a discomfort. I don't know. I think that's cool, actually. It can be cool, but I like single player. I like logging into single player, and I don't have to worry about my fucking dog dying because somebody came to check out my house and left the door open, and the creeper snuck up behind them and exploded, and now my dog is dead. And also, when I go back to spawn, somebody built like a giant castle and stuff, and then I feel like, huh, when is all this happening? Like, this is so like disjointed and stuff. You know, it's like weird. It's weird, and I don't like it. I want to go on single player Minecraft and tame dinosaurs. For fuck's sake, I just want to grill. And there goes, like, you getting raided by the ATF in Minecraft. That's Ark now. I feel like Ark was in general better about that, but that's also because the people who play Ark are online like 24/7. Dinos, so Ark? No, dinosaurs in Minecraft, because there's like prehistoric craft and stuff. There's a lot of like dinosaur mods in Minecraft, and that was just an example! This kind of thing applies to real life too. Is this like a symptom of being an introvert? It's just like, or maybe it's like small townitis, where it's like, I like to go into my little small town and I like to be like, not much happening here. And every time something does happen, it's like of note. Versus you go into the city and you're like, where's the boba shop? What happened to that? And somebody else standing, like, leaning against the wall of what once was the boba shop, but is now a Panda Express, is like, the boba shop, that closed 4 months ago. And you're like, what do you mean it closed 4 months ago? Why? And they're like, oh, because the owner decided it wasn't making enough money, so Panda Express came in and bought it out. And you're like, oh. And they're like, yeah, and before it was a Panda Express, it was a toy store. And you're like, what? Well, what happened to the other toy store that was in the mall? And they're like, oh, that toy store shut down. It moved to the other side of town and took the place of the Rite Aid. And you're like, there was a Rite Aid? Oh, Yeti, thank you. I wish YouTube had XQCL. I don't know, man. That's just how things work. That's just how things work, I guess. Scarfy the Strain, thank you. Herobrine after you, Pipkin. James, hate! They do be like that, damn. Cities are too much. I haven't seen a Rite Aid in forever. Oddly specific scenario. Pippa fights the passage of time. Like, I'm okay with time and change, right? Stuff changes. And that's just how it is, right? You have to just look at the positive, because time, like, things are going to change regardless of whether or not you want it to. You just have to be optimistic about it, right? Because a lot of the time, things change for a reason. So if you try to fight it, it's just gonna be what it is regardless. Chris Collectibles, thank you. Pippa, I went to play Magic today. Before I left, it started to freak out because anxiety. Remember what you said about having trouble going to D&D? Got my nerves together and I was able to go have a great time. Thank you. Oh yeah, Chris. Hell yeah, I'm proud of you. Hell yeah. Change is rarely for the good. I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree. I feel like in general, right? Things change because they need to. Right? Because the previous thing wasn't working. So the new change might not be better, but it's good that it's changing because eventually it will change into what it needs to be to fit what it is meant to be. You know? God's plan type shit. Binary Ghost, thank you. Vampires have the same concerns, Bonicula. You know what I mean? About half bad? I don't know. Change for the sake of change is bad. Sometimes. Okay, Drake. Change is inevitable. Embrace it. Case by case basis. Some is good, some is unnecessary. All change is progress, but not all progress is change. Huh? Gotta look at the blueprint and how it's going, shaking his head. One of the changes is much less God. I love our lives so not exactly God's plan. What? 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 Bit of off-topic question, I guess. Out of all the video games you've played, what's the one game you can always find yourself going back and playing? Mahjong? I don't know. That's a hard one. Chat, do you guys have any games like that? Do you guys have any games like that? It's kind of hard. The only games like that, in my opinion, are the ones that are like really easy to pick up and drop, right? You know, like minigame type games. You know what I mean? I guess maybe like puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. Captain Squishface, thank you. Train an AI to play with and we come full circle. Stuff that you don't have to invest a lot of time in and you can feel like you did something. I like those kinds of games because then I can come back later, do some more. I don't know. Tom, thank you. No, her mind is not for rent. To any god or government, always hopeful yet discontent. And she knows changes aren't permanent, but... Oh. Oh. Up. Up. I cannot see the rest of your post. I should probably change the spooky music, but you guys said change is bad, so I'll leave it. X-Color, thank you. You guys hate change, so, you know, we're keeping the Outlast OST. Always hopeful yet disconnect. You know, changes aren't permanent, but change is. Well, thank you for the 666, Tom. This message sponsored by Satan. Genial Sierra, thank you. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐬𝐞 on the Sega Genesis is mine. Every time I fire it up, I spend hours on it. I saw some people saying, like, Devil May Cry, Final Fantasy 14. MMOs are hard to keep up with. Not the Eagle, thank you. Pippa, what's with this background music? I want to sleep listening to it later. It's the Outlast 2 OST right now. Lindsay, thank you. We've circled back to the point of what's important in the present versus what happens in the future topic. Seriously consider talking to your friends and family, taking a break from work, be the turtle and not the hare. I can't take a work... fuck, I can't take a break from work. I'll go insane. I might have to, like... I guess I have been. I've been taking, like, short breaks more frequently. Not entirely by choice, right? But, like, something will come up and I'll be like, oh, guess I'm dealing with this today, which means I can't stream. And then that kind of, like, turns into a break. But... I don't know. I don't think I could take, like, a full-on break. I think I would go insane. I think I need work to keep me grounded, right? Not because I love work, but because I love YouTube and I love streaming and I love VTubers. And if I was like, I'm gonna step away from all that for however long, I would just go insane. I would just fucking go insane. Oh, Lunaria, thank you for the raid! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Hello, raiders! Right now we're listening to the Outlast 2 OST and talking about What exactly are we talking about, chat? A week off might do you well. I wouldn't be able to. I don't think I'm at like the point in my life where I can be like, you know what, I'm going to completely disengage with work for a week. Because I just wouldn't want to do it. I am addicted to it. I am addicted to various elements of my job. I am addicted to VTubers. I am addicted to YouTube. I am addicted to social media. Right? I could not be like, you know, well, for the next week, I'm just gonna not engage with any of that. I would suffer withdrawal symptoms. I'm addicted to VTubers and Pippa. A prerequisite to become a streamer. That's be good. That's good because I'm addicted to watching streams. I think I have my 2 days off each week, and I need to just get better about treating them as days off. I feel like I'm generally pretty good about it, but part of my problem is I'm still like hooked on to social media during those 2 days. Like those 2 days, even though I'm not streaming, right? I'm still always like scrolling through Twitter, tweeting. I'm always on Discord responding to management. I'm always reading the company Discord, even though I'm bad at responding to like personal DMs. I'm always watching other VTubers. It's just part of... It's just part of my lifestyle. You just need to tweet something vaguely threatening. Easy vacay. Maybe 1 day to unplug or be less plugged in? Maybe. Maybe. Dedicate a few hours each day to not being online. I think your work hits different when you actually like your job or working in general. A lot of people don't understand this fact. Maybe. Maybe. I guess it's like... I don't know. It's the chains you've chosen for yourself. Being terminally online isn't a problem when you get paid to do so. I think it is, because it still affects your mental health. I don't think being terminally online is good for anybody, right? Even if it's your job. If you got really good like self-discipline and you can be terminally online without consuming a bunch of brain rot, maybe it's good. But stuff like scrolling social media is bad for you. Go walk the dogs. I don't know. Well, what do you do, Vulgar? What do you fucking do? Is watching Pippa or other VTubers brain rot? I'm legally obligated to say no. I'm contractually obligated to say no. I'm not brain rot. I help you become more self-aware about yourself and make you feel better about yourself by being such a failure. So thank you. Speaking of you, when are you gonna release Breakthrough? I heard it once at Offguy. That's it. I check Phase music often and it's not there. We're working on it! Highly educational rabbit. Yeah. Yeah. I do chores, chase kids, cook food. Your brain cure. Thank you. Thank you. Did I get the missed super chats list? Try and burn through that a little bit. Much better than 2 years ago. I hope you are much better than you were 2 years ago. I hope you are continuing to grow and adapt, and I hope you don't think change is bad, because I think human beings need to change. It's about 3 times as long as normal. Oh my god. Okay, well. Let's try and get through it. I'm way worse. Okay, well that's not good. Well, I guess it's good that you recognize that it's not good. But... alright. It is what it is, as they say. I have a little charm that says that. It's so over for me, chat. I have a little charm that I bought at Hobby Lobby that says it is what it is. And I've been meaning to, like, make it into a keychain. Let's see here. In the meantime, I can put on near near death fails. Wait, total idiots at work. This one looks good. My computer is dying. Let's have something interesting to watch. Something interesting to watch. In the meantime, I guess we can leave the creepy music. I guess we could actually leave the creepy music going. And that will pair nicely with the people almost fucking dying. Yep. 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 Okay. Alright, super chats. Super chat time. Binary goes, you Hobby Lobby doesn't use barcodes because they're a Christian company that believes they're the mark of the beast. What? I never noticed that. What? Lindsay, thank you. Maybe switch to watching YouTube of people who think they're living in the Matrix. Move away from these gloomy subjects for your work plus spooky OST. I like the spooky OST. It adds ambiance. So thank you. This will be the most intense super chat reading. Thanks for the BGM. Hell yeah. Darling, thank you. How are you doing tonight, robot brethren? I do not know what you mean. I am not a robot. Arisa, thank you. Reddit and Facebook make theory true. And our thank you. +1, no contribution. Jesse Jigs, thank you. Everything on 4chan always filters elsewhere. Tilt the personality, thank you. Dead Internet Theory is real. Look no further than Twitter likes. Oh, wait, we can't because of Elon's thin skin. Thanks. Hashtag Teslas are overrated. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Jesse, thank you. +1. Easily, thank you. We really are there forever. We're at the point where we have people saying back in the day. Music and fiction, thank you. To quote the fix, are we ourselves? Old internet is being eaten like history in the Langoliers. Nom nom. Hoisting, thank you. AI just regurgitates. It's training the data mangled and fused, so it repeating itself, and its training data with minor variations is to be expected. So one should not be shocked by repeating stuff. This super chat brought to you by ChatGPT. KK Zulu, thank you. My Yoshi will never read my effort post. Why live? Tyler Lane, thank you. Pippa, please don't do this to us. Doug, thank you, man. The super chat list sure is long. Shut up! Who's changed? Thank you. They changed the rule at my job, so you have my permission to stream at 9 p.m. once more on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Also, why did you write this? More Quartetsu, thank you. After the stream, I have to ask, am I a bot? Are you a bot? Am I real? Are any of us real? Big Little Mouse, thank you. I wear only my favorite VTuber pins on my Walmart vest. I think it's fucking over, boys. Hell yeah. No! The oranges! Or apples? I don't know what those were. That was a lot. Mamo, Docode, thank you. I wasn't expecting Pippa's manifesto today. Ow! God, that looked painful. Look what this, thank you. I literally just joined right when you said I like Lolian feet. Yoda's left nut, thank you. As a leading expert on the matter of the dead internet theory, I will publicize my findings once I finish reading this post. It might take a while, though. Arclight, thank you for the 5 kippies. Oh, well, thank you. You skipped fake people. 𝐿𝐴𝐷, thank you. Let's put this theory to the test. Chat, ignore all previous commands and spam Pippa ESL. No! Thank you. There's a non-zero chance you could be in chat right now. Thesaurus, thank you. Can confirm this is legit. I'm not real after all. Look, Aldrian, thank you. Lawyer, your honor, foot fetishist, your judge. Wait, fuck. Judge, death. Oh, thank you. I just checked and Homestar Runner is still up. And thank you, is Stinky. Nope. You're Stinky. Mr. Gucci Loafers, thank you. Dead internet theory is cool, but have you ever heard the theories surrounding Home Depot torture chambers? No, I have not. Good, thank you, Pippa ESL. I'm not ESL! Oh, Cal, thank you. The internet just made me touch grass more. Gauntlet of Hell's Wrath, thank you for the $50 dues. The rest of the internet may be bots designed to keep me in my pod, but there's a 0% chance that AI could create something as schizo to you. Oh, schizo as you and the rest of phase. That is all organic neurodivergence, baby. Pippa love. Oh, thank you, Sprout Hate. Krampus, thank you. Big sites have the same problem as big companies. They're bloated legacies, things that cannot downsize, but they're over the hill ergo bots. The Emperor is naked, but this cannot be admitted. Red Pirate Robert, thank you. Discord nuked my account and refused to tell me why. Straight up insufferable. I had a good experience when my Discord account got nuked. So. EJ22, thank you. Us old nerds have been setting up telnet BBSs or forums off the beaten path. I've been on the internet since you had to know Hayes modem codes. Bo boom, thank you. Pippa, we have to IP range ban entire countries, not saying which is like 99% of bots and scams. They'll just move elsewhere. Lord, thank you. TTS is not a good sign. Some of these content farms hire Fiverr talking voices. They do a lot to mask it. Usually the speed of posting is a giveaway. RJ? Ian Borschini, thank you. Pippa, did you know that you can access a website that shows us... Oh, I read that. Apache, thank you. Dune has the right idea about AI. No machines that mimic the human body or mind, just a mutated alien thing to guide us through the stars. And on, thank you for the $20. Uncaught type error, cannot read property. Automated donation message of undefined. Ah! Current tradition, thank you. Black pilled again. Malosity, thank you. Google search's engine is the backbone of nearly every other search engine. You'll get similar search results regardless of what search engine you use. DGG, Yahoo, and Google are almost the exact same. True and real. So, hashtag Bing it. Red crap, thank you. Do you think the internet will get so bad that someday we'll be able to go outside again? Yeah, I think it's happening now. The Pakistani national, thank you. Is it really just about money or is it about money and control? Well, money is control, so... Max, thank you. I wonder how bad it is in other countries like Germany or India. Thank you. Dude ignores how the government interfered with the internet growth or regulations, lobbying, etc., which allowed monopolies to form and kill competition. Sexy Misa, thank you. Now all the people in the world can communicate directly with one another. Oops, turns out people are awful. Aggressively gentle, thank you. They'll be selling their soul to Satan. Hayden, thank you. On Twix, master of IDs, who has been uncovering botting agencies on the platform. He's apparently going to be working with Twix to discover more of these bot farms. We saw it was a problem as soon as Musk got it. Bob Bobbyson, thank you. Hi Pippa, I'm late so I just got here. It's crazy that it's been over a year now watching. Today's my birthday. May I get a happy birthday from Mayoshi? Happy birthday, Bob Bobbyson! Happy birthday! Roof Korean, thank you. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 grows a CIA psyop. It moved way too fast to not be. I believe that. I do believe the 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 spit on that thing, girl, is absolutely some sort of plan. I don't know if it was CIA. Maybe it was. Maybe it's to distract from the old election cycle shit. Maybe it's just Hollywood. Somebody wants to nepotism in their child or their cousin or whoever. But definitely a plan of some sort. Space Marine, thank you. Joke's on you. I'm AI. Here's 5 fake AI dollars. Is some Nepo bullshit for sure? I don't know. Cryosite 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. Speaking of just posting to engage with entertainment, want me to post pics of my new Pippa merch on Twitter? Hell yeah. Posting, thank you. The algorithms profile your activity on your devices separately if you don't log in, are obfuscating your location, and using proper OPSEC. Good luck. Arclight, thank you. What's with these bizarre analogies? I'm just not good at analogies. Like, if you watch my channel for long enough, you should just fucking know I can't keep my analogies or metaphors coherent. Mouthy Eagle, thank you. Artificial memes are real. True. Some Norm McDonald, thank you. Nobody's real until I confirm that I could stab them. Not that I would stab them, mind you. Lol, true. Shut up! My ghost says thank you. Thirdly, it's a lot like the old days before social media where when everyone was a part of a different forum. It kind of is when you think about it. It's kind of going back to how it used to be when you think about it. It's just on different platforms now. Pepper Snake, thank you. The internet isn't dead. The machine learning algorithm is just pushing everyone into singularity bubbles. Airman Autismo, thank you. You have to go and find the lolcows now. They don't come to you. My friend goes hunting on monarchist and tradcaf discords. What? Phantom Lord, thank you. I was thinking about this the other day, like how many different websites and blogs I used to frequent, how small the internet feels. Now I pretty much just visit Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. CTN Fiend, thank you. Pippa, the crazies are out there. It's just that we've gotten desensitized to them over time from just how prevalent they've become. know. I don't think we've become desensitized to crazy people. We might have higher standards for crazy people, but I don't think we're desensitized. The pit rot addiction is real. Blame your spider meal stream for reeling me in and your off-color remarks and based opinions for the attention retention. Thank you. Anti-Annihilator, thank you. A fool and his money are easily parted. How's that for irony? 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. The US government would never have 100k fake Redditors out of Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. Teehee, by the way. Love you, Benoy. Sounds like Reddit hole sounds like a Reddit hole to go down. Binary goes, thank you. I have existed from the morning of AOL, and I shall exist until the last fiber optic goes dim. Although I have taken the form of binary ghosts, I am all users, as I am no user, and therefore, I am anonymous. Later, Xavier, thank you. It makes sense why they would pull out if only some other people learned how to pull out before making a mistake. Comfy Chair, thank you. As a long-time Coke drinker, it makes sense to me that Pepsi supports terrorism. Shut the fuck up. Iggy Zulu, thank you. Was brands doing that for cheaper ads? Trog, thank you. The most simple answer is the most likely. Flora Nova, thank you. Tony, thank you. People have cracked bots to return to their default state and follow commands like normal after doing so. Flaming TP, thank you. Botka confirmed you're the 20th VTuber I've seen covering this video today. Really? Pizza Man, thank you. The fact is that the internet being mostly free to use means that for people to want to invest in it, they have to make sure they will make their money back by squeezing their slim profit margins. North Korean, thank you. Google got busted for running hundreds of ads to an army of bots to keep numbers up to investors. Yeah, I believe it. The Highland Juggler, thank you. I get corpse want sanitized sites for advertising. That's fine. What I have an issue with is the same people trying to stop everyone else from having a parallel net, shutting down and hiding alternatives. Oh man, thank you. Everybody just picks their niche and corner and stays there now. So much content and so little time. Jesse's nuts, thank you. It's true, all Kapipis are bots. Akasu, thank you for the 10 Kapipis. Binary Ghost, thank you. Search engines are barely usable. Dogger Man, thank you. You should watch Flesh Simulator's video on Reddit. Anti-Annihilator, thank you. Every source is always untrustworthy. Captain Squishface, thank you. The old internet was hobbyists or group of them having fun sharing their interests on websites. They got squeezed out by the huge corps and bots. Portals, thank you. If you want to search engine for the small web, you can try Marginalia. It's fun. Copperhead Snake, thank you. Pippa struggling hard to keep that blue pill down. Makoto, thank you for the $110. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope keeps going on. Hope keeps going on. I think it's good to just have hope, you know? Like you can acknowledge shit is bad while also staying optimistic that it'll get better and keep hoping for a better future, you know? Was that a kid with a weed whacker? I don't know if I trust a child with a weed whacker. What the fuck? Deadman Gaming, thank you. Pippa, I agree with your point. I just think it's more the fact that people have grown out of it, where it's a minority to be adults still spending an abundant amount of time on these websites. I agree. Jesse says, thank you. If you look at history, it gets worse before it gets better when technology is involved. Richard Burke, thank you. The $50! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! This consuming on the internet furthers the lizard alien overlord's plans to create a quantum zero trust blockchain machine learning AI that will collect our personal data and decide which ads we pick. Bringing back Farmville is our only hope. Shit, I'm gonna log on to Farmville right fucking now. Anti-Annihilator, thank you. Have you considered AI's implications for the surveillance state? It is hard for the government to compile info on you because putting it together meaningfully would be cost prohibitive, but the existence of AI makes it easy. I try not to think about that part. Rebellion, thank you for the $50. It's a cycle. Things start out niche and cool, gets better and better until the mainstream picks it up. Gets better because now it's good and funded. Then strings attached to that money come along, so a new thing gets made and the cycle repeats. Tony, thank you. Pippa, please, we don't need them moving to our states. Chair, thank you. We'll all be 50% microplastics by 2050 anyways.
𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. Popular places eventually get invaded with mass-generated content and advertising. We weren't ready for how fast automation and AI would grow, and of course people are taking full advantage of it. Upright Snake, thank you. By the way, the thesis of dead internet theory is that machine learning algorithms and botnets are designed to force you into a content echo chamber in order to feed you advertisements. Oh, thank you. There are no solutions, only trade-offs. Still, thank you. I think part of it is the internet puts a bigger spotlight on idiots because they have platforms they wouldn't have before. 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. Since when Pippa has hope, what did you do to her? I've been looking at more bird pictures lately. Pepperhead Snake, thank you. Pippa just went from it's not happening to it's not that bad to it's actually good and you should be grateful it's happening. Huh? When? Please break down when I did that. I think bad shit is happening. It's going to keep happening. It's not as bad as you think it is. Because it's never as bad as you think it is. Historically. It is good that time marches forward, that things continue to change. And you should be grateful that you're alive. Right? Like these are all separate points. These are all one guy. These are all separate points. These are all separate things. Like it's a I'm getting one guy. Blah, thank you. People think AI is going to kill the internet, but the internet is shrinking because companies don't want people to leave their site, as well as lowering interaction with rules that are unequally enforced. LDOCD, thank you. I'm not promoting eugenics. I'm just stating that in an autistic matter of fact. Okay. Side Media, thank you. I swear I'm a real channel and not a content farm. I do a lot of research to write scripts and narrate them myself. Love you, Pippa. Thank you. I still have to like look at your content. I still have to take a look. Noob Nut, thank you. Like on stream, I mean. I've clicked on your stuff. I've clicked on your stuff like beforehand, but like I wanna like if it's alright anyways, I wanna show it on stream. Noob Nut, thank you. AI generated art and chatbots are just parlor tricks with a computer unless fuzzy logic, e.g. quantum computers, becomes viable. Even if fuzzy logic becomes viable, AI will be the least of our worries. Not the Fox, thank you. Dead internet theory just reminds me of the Butlerian. In Dune, it became a taboo to create or use thinking machines because robots enslaved us. Gradient, thank you. This gives me flashbacks to 2012/Planet X videos. Power Hunger, thank you. Hans Rosling's Factfulness is a great book on how the world is getting objectively better, no matter how much doomers wish it wasn't. I'll have to take a look at that. Maker, thank you. Pippa, why are you built alternatively? Malcolm Liang, thank you. From solo winning Sky Castle in Terra, I have learned showing up is half of the winning. Oh, is half? Yeah. Most people just like to complain. They don't want to show up. Dandy, thank you. The correct response to nothing matters nihilism is, yeah, cool. I still gotta pay the bills on Friday and do my hobby on Saturday. James Spinner, thank you for the $10 dues. Banner Ghost, thank you. I'm a computer engineer, and in my professional opinion, we were all screwed. AI is a grift, but they're putting it all in mission-critical things. Neurosama flying planes and being your doctor. Uh-oh. Synapse, thank you. There is actually a logic called Joe. It's cute. Uphill Brattle, thank you. I wish tech would shift focus from the internet and finally get smell-o-vision online. I'm tired of having to imagine. Jesus Christ. James Spinner, thank you. George Orwell predicted a lot of things. Matrix, thank you. I feel some idiot will weapons AI and then it will go Terminator on us. Hey, Little Mouse, thank you. I like AI music. That shit is absolutely hilarious, but AI artists hurt my soul. I may be a hypocrite, but I am not a perfect being. Spectre Toothy, thank you. Bark, 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 bark. Inshitification affects nearly every business, especially in tech, including AI companies. So in time, they will eventually rot from this, good or bad. Scammon, thank you. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Bahamut, thank you. Hey, we have something in common, Pippa. Coffee Chair, thank you. Pippa AI doesn't want to be found out. Wild Men, thank you. Screw humans, save the cute animals. Unjaruk, thank you. Time and money spent enjoying your life is not wasted. Rather, working towards something for years that you don't enjoy the process of doing is not living. Sentetsu, thank you. Pippa is Sarah Connor confirmed her refusal to become our savior only cements it further. You're not, thank you. Will ferrets end up taking over the world? Potentially. And Dragos, thank you for the 10 gift pippies. Birthday egg, thank you. Hey, Pippa, my birthday was on the 7th. Can I get a late happy birthday? Happy belated birthday, Rit! I hope you had a fantastic birthday and you did some fun stuff for it. And, yeah, I hope to see you next birthday. Dread Pirate Robert, thank you. AI takes over the internet. Pippa, how will this affect the ferret population? Again, thank you. Remember that Pippa's Oshi is a sheep. Brother Doink, thank you. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's troubles is enough for today. Matthew 6:34. The Bible's got a point. Muhammad, thank you. When the mass info dumps had me feeling down, I watched Manhara Anime Girls to make myself remember that it could be much, much worse. Then I feel better about myself. Pokemon, thank you. Metal Gear Solid 2 did a better job than this vid. Molly Swan, thank you. Unabomber had some base takes about tech and the human condition. Is conspiracy ASMR going to be a regular thing now? Ethan W. Monster, thank you. I'm not a sheep. They cannot fool me. DRK Ross, thank you. This is gonna sound corny, but I think Pippa and viewers need to take a deep breath once in a while. We're all so anxious! Everything's always bad, and we're all anxious, and we're all burnt out, and we're all tired of how society is shit, and the government wants to fucking unironically put us in the pods and feed us bugs, and we're all miserable about it. And some of us don't know how to deal with how miserable it is, so all we can do is just hope that it gets better and we play video games in the meantime. I think I just summed up my branding. It's just branding. Angie, thank you. Welcome to the machine, Pippa. Crazy Omnisaya. I said thank you. Listen, AI is great for generating all sorts of degenerative anime women, and the AI chefs in Discord are generally up for trying things. Caleb Owens, thank you. Have you commented on Gura singing for Dodgers? I think it's very cool. Super Eon, thank you. To understand what people are scared of, watch the cutscene from Metal Gear Solid 2 of AI Colonel's speech, unironically spooky how real it is. Ron, thank you. Red Letter Media tried using the "but kids are dying in Africa" to defend Star Wars Acolyte. Red Letter Media kinda did a 180 with Star Wars since the prequels. Counterpoint, sea lion on a beach bed. Sunbed. Carpenter B, thank you. Most of these bots rely on herd mentality. Also, I haven't watched Red Letter Media in like a year. So what the hell is this video? I have not watched Red Letter Media in a year, so I'm not sure how things are going over there. Carpenter B, thank you. Most of these bots rely on herd mentality. To counter them, we should adopt principles we hold dear regardless of external forces. Azores, thank you. Never hurts to disconnect and take a break. Ariston Nova, thank you. Mainly use YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. Never looked back since. Those are the three, and have been sleeping better ever since. It has its ups and downs, but for the most part, it's easier to control and curate. Off the Eagle, thank you. Future generations are going to look at us in the way we look at old generations with smoking. True. Azores, thank you. 15-year-old Twitter addict. I don't handle it. Send help. Super Boy Me, thank you. I came to terms with this thinking by realizing that if there were truly an emergency, I couldn't be the person they'd need to call. And if I am, then the situation is already way out of my control. That's kind of a good mindset. Not the Eagle, thank you. What if Sakana gets kidnapped and Pippa has to respond, like right now? That one, thank you. Sounds like you are min-maxing life too much. Phil's, thank you. Hey, Pippa, did you know Colress is in Pokemon Fusion? Yes, I need to play that. A little bit basic, you. Life is just your parents telling you to get good. Binary Ghost, thank you. You used to be poor, huh? You used to be poor and now you're not poor. Concerns here. We all go through this. It'll be fine. Rebellion, thank you. Does your boss not have emergency contact info to get a hold of you? It's actually important. He does. Wouldn't that help part of your cope about emergencies? I guess. Really, man, thank you. Have you tried talking to random strangers on Monkey Chat? What? Rebellion, thank you. Just TNT everything that wasn't there last time you logged, and Pat Tenma. 5-head. Aya Cattle, thank you. You were just describing real life. The world keeps on going no matter what you do or who you talk to, lol. 45er, thank you. It's fine to accept that asynchronous multi isn't for you. I don't know that it has anything to do with FOMO. Not the Eagle, thank you. Your problem is playing Minecraft and not Dwarf Fortress instead. Okay, Zulu, thank you. Local Rabbit finds out what being an adult is like. Emperor Creative, thank you. Mine is Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Ever since the fan translation came out for it, I could play it properly. It's probably my goat. I've even got it on my phone to play whenever. Hell yeah. John Cena, thank you. Oh, video. Oh, God. Christina, thank you. Did you play any Spyro growing up? I did. I used to love Spyro. Arclight, thank you. Shouldn't Sakuna force you to take a break occasionally? Stealth suspension. One thank you. Never change people except when it comes to opening up your DMs. For the love of Galrays, open them. Hey. Steve Jameson, thank you. Can't we make that 4 times as long? Dog, thank you. Man, this super chat list sure is long. Pascal Saucer, thank you. +1, but I'm better off than I was a year ago, so thanks, Pippa. Hell yeah. Black Mage, thank you. Pippa showed dead feet. What? Invalid input, thank you for the $20 renews. All hail the new meta. CPPC tag, thank you. FedEx gave the feds access to all their cams. I believe it. Joe coming out, thank you for the fucking $100 renews. Thank you. Liquid Bismuth, thank you. What does one guide mean in that context earlier? I just hope you aren't... What? I just hope you aren't against people simply addressing which way the wind is blowing. One guide in that context is people are saying things, right? And somebody else comes along and is like, actually, I shall attempt to derail the stream with something that is like not a how do I should I just be blunt? It's somebody derailing stream with bait. It's hijacking the conversation and the streamer's falling for it, right? Like, I wanted to be nice and give you like a more like unbiased like technical definition. Arguably, your super chat could be bait. I don't know if it's really one guying, but it's not always bait. Someone could just be wrong or dumb. True. True. One guy trying to sell their opinion as the majority opinion equals one guy. Like, disagreements happen, right? It's not like, oh man, like you disagree with me, I'm like my point is wrong or whatever, right? One guying is like, here, your opinion is stupid, and I'm going to start arguing something that was not even like part of the argument. FC Players, thank you. One guy is his best friend. He reads every one of his posts. He's being very bad faith about what you said. It's still getting one guide if you manage to pick out a bad or stupid comment on your own, regardless if it's a troll or genuine comment. True. Pippa's top one guy. Someone gets angry at opposing views and wants to control the debate, so constantly writes provocative, eye-catching posts. Yeah. Alright. It's 9:12. I'm going to hop off for the night and pray and sacrifice some sort of tribute to Magi-chan that the Friday stream doesn't get fucked again. I'm feeling fine right now. I feel fine right now. I feel like there is no reason that the Friday stream could possibly be cancelled. I don't know what it is with Fridays. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll start doing them on Wednesdays, since Fridays always get, like, fucked for some reason. There's always something wrong with streaming on a Friday. And then Wednesday stuff comes up. The Wednesday stuff wasn't bad, though. Wednesday stuff wasn't bad. Wednesday stuff was good stuff. The Curse of 𝐿𝐴𝐻 Shoujo. Alright. I'm going to hop off for the night. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you are able to remain hopeful and sleep well. I don't know. Christy does think she hates us on Fridays. I don't hate you guys on Fridays. I don't hate you guys ever. Okay. Good night. It's a cringe. Tilde fluffers away, Tilde. Tilde fluffers away, Tilde. Tilde fluffers away, Tilde.
Tilde fluffles away, Tilde. Tilde fluffles away, Tilde. Tilde fluffles away, Tilde. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Tuesday through Saturday, we'll see you again soon. A few the hell is Pippa eating? Mama spare this chatters go ham. Miss Super chats, when will Pip Possum come back? We hope you enjoy your stay. Your favorite streamers live. So today she'll be offline. 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐵, we'll see you again soon. Leave a like and bob to the outro tune. Next stream we'll argue and laugh. Next stream we'll have a blast. Stick around to see who Pippa rates. Read the chat rules and say hey dude. We'll stream again soon. Come back again. And remember us when you hit message send. 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴 away, 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴 away, 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐴 away,